this team in overall rebounds. Reese Heinrich, a freshman in the backcourt for Southeast of Saline, along with Kaya Samuelson, another freshman coming off her career-high game of 20 points last Tuesday against Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart and Beloit. Tyler, your new image audio, keys to success tonight here for Southeast of Saline in this road test.
Devin, it's all about, I think, spreading the ball out, making sure that everybody can play from the outside in. Kind of a different terminology, but making sure that you can also get buckets inside. If you draw the defense outside, make sure you score inside. But it also just comes down to taking care of your own game. Like, don't let this atmosphere. It's Beloit, okay? Like, I think we understand what coming to Beloit and getting a win means. I don't know if the girls do, because it seems like it's been kind of a commonplace thing for Southeast to come to this gym and get a win. It's not an easy thing. You get a win here, you can really start, getting ready for this, this final third run. And this final third run, you're hoping continues with the sub-state championship and then what carries on beyond that. But you've got to start getting wins on the road like this. A tough road game. Any Tuesday night, it is Tuesday, right? With all these days off?
Yeah.
Shoot, I have no idea. But Tuesday night road wins in the league are crucial. You got to go out and get it. It doesn't matter if it's pretty or ugly. Go out and find a way to win the game tonight.
The early start, bumped up an hour early because of the expected weather coming in, could benefit Southeast of Saline. This gym is full I'm used to. There are still people coming in. As I said, it was kind of like organized chaos at the beginning. We're waiting on you to take a seat. I just took a seat. Girls are getting warmed up. It's just one of those things that, it's like, hey, by the way, we're going to move this up a little bit. Okay. A good thing about it is they made a call yesterday. So you still have pieces you got to get in place, though, and things to move around. But here we are, and we're ready for Lady Trojan Basketball. Again, these games tonight here from Beloit, brought to you by Isaacson Truck Lines. Kaya Samuelson will jump into the center circle. She will jump it up for Southeast of Saline, who is wearing their road purple jerseys trimmed in black and white. Beloit will win the tip. They are wearing their home whites with orange numerals and letters trimmed in black as they start out with the basketball. Thompson with the three on the left-hand side. Got to be careful with her, because she is one of the leaders in three-point shooting. The sophomore gets one on her first bucket down the floor. Here's Samuelson in the paint, dumps it off late to Addison Rohr. Rohr's shot is bothered, no good, and it goes over the rim, and Beloit will take it.
Yeah, and it looked like Beloit was kind of a little bit of a zone right there, and Budke just right there, just goes straight up, makes it extremely difficult for Rohr. Rohr was in a good position, but Budke just alters the shot.
That three-pointer by Thompson, her 21st of the season, her 11th of the season. Beloit as a team has only made 26, including her 11. So that kind of tells you right there where their outside shooting comes from. They're not a good three-point shooting team on the season at 19%.
And you see an emphasis right there, Beloit getting the ball down low on the block to Budke. Budke goes up. It looked like Rohr had good position. We're a long ways away from here, and we're freezing cold. Rohr's called for her first foul.
Throw, it is up, and it is no good. That first foul on Addison Rohr, her first. It's the first one of the game. Second free throw in. 4-0 on the start for Beloit. Southeast with it. Abba Pearson, two dribbles to her right, puts one up from 15 feet from the free throw line. Off the heel, no good, but Addison Rohr pops out, gets the rebound, plays it to Heinrich. Now Samuelson along the baseline, gets herself underneath the basket, plays it out to Heinrich. Reese's three won't go down, and inside cleaning the boards once again is Addison Budke.
Yeah, and you saw it right there. Samuelson did a good job driving the baseline, drew a couple defenders on her, kicks out to Heinrich. That's a shot you'll take, 9 times out of 10. Just continue to shoot that ball, continue to shoot the wide open three when other players fall off of you if you're Reese Heinrich.
Beloit with the basketball in an early 4-0 lead. Working it around, they seem extremely patient on their offensive possessions here early on. Working it around against Southeast of Saline's defense. Here's a couple of dribbles inside the arc, now back out. McKenna Channel. Now over to the right-hand side, Thompson. They dump it inside to Bud. He took a couple dribbles, lost it out of bounds, and it will stay here with Beloit. They will inbound underneath their own basket.
Well, and watching Rohr on Budke is going to be a fun matchup all night. I mean, the height difference is out of the it shouldn't be a matchup at all, but we know Addison Rohr. She's going to be in your bonnet at all times. She's just on Budke nonstop.
Here's a turnaround, a shot up. That is strong, no good by Thompson down low. As Cassandra Thompson missed that shot, now Pearson steps through 2 defenders. Her shot won't go down, and there seems to be a proverbial lid right now on the basket for Southeast of Saline.
Yeah, look like Abby did a great job right there. Stepped around, nice little Euro step, nice easy layup, just missed it, but get that lid off, and shots are going to start falling for Southeast.
Channel holding the ball, wants to go up top, lobs it inside towards the rim, picked off by Abba Pearson. Pearson wants to run the floor. Left-hand side, Samuelson, floater at the rim. That won't go down. Now here's a run out. Budke down the right-hand side of the floor, giving chases Pearson. She can't catch her, but does so right at the very end. And now a foul as Budke got her own rebound off the initial miss, and she will go back to the free throw line where she's already 1 of 2.
Yeah, right now you can't be too frustrated for Southeast. You're getting the shots that you want. You're getting them inside the paint. They just got to start falling, and that's one thing that's easier said than done. But you're getting the shots that you want. Fallon Pearson, her first.
First free throw by Budke is up and good. Substitutions begin. Reagan Duran comes into the game for Southeast of Saline. Sarah Feldman comes into the game. They will replace Heinrich and Douglas, respectively. Second free throw on the way, also good. So after Addison Budke missed her first free throw, she's now nailed 3 in a row and given Beloit a 6-0 lead. Pearson with it, over to Feldman. Feldman's wide open. Boy, it took her a while to notice it, but she's going to tee it up and put it in. Sarah Feldman had 6 Tuesday night against Sacred Heart. She rings the bell there for first points for Southeast.
Well, and there's a wrinkle. We've seen Sutton Douglas with that same shot opportunity, and Douglas not as good of a three-point shooter as Feldman. Douglas does more of her work in the paint right there. If you're going to leave Feldman alone, she'll stroke that all night. It's a great answer from Sarah Feldman.
Here's the skip over the top. Now a drive by Beloit, and a wide open left-handed runner for Olivia Wright. The defense got out of shape there, and Olivia Wright scores her first basket of the day.
Yeah, and so Feldman hits the 3 on the back, on the front side offensively, and then just on the backside, big block from Budke. But you saw that Feldman right there just kind of rushed the offense, and easy bucket for Beloit.
There's a run out. Beloit misses the layup, though, badly as they're attacking the rim. That was Samantha Thompson. And now Kaya Samuelson has it back the other way for Southeast. To the right-hand side, Duran. Reagan gets to the right-hand side of the lane. Plays it out. Feldman for a long 2. Addison Rohr gets it on the backside. And 1. She got the roll. Addison Rohr. You saw Addison that time head and shoulders above everyone else, which is saying something because there's a couple of 6-footers in there for Beloit. But Addison earned that rebound, and now she'll have a chance to get a 3-point play.
Yeah, and we talk about sometimes, badly missed shots, and Feldman missed that shot really badly. It's almost it's more of a benefit to the offense right there. Addison saw the shot go up. She got herself positioned. Beloit defenders were looking to block out. Rohr did a good job snatching the basketball and putting her right back.
Free throw up and good for Addison Rohr. Feldman missed that shot long because she's still calibrated for the 3.
She is. Right? She's calibrated from the 3-point line.
She's been better off taking a couple steps back. Here's a lob pass now down the right-hand sideline. Southeast continues to come at full court pressure. Beloit trying to handle it, and they get another foul down low. This one will be on the floor as they got it in low to Landry Litton, a 5'9" freshman. And that foul on Sarah Feldman.
They're just huge. Yeah. They're huge here.
They're not getting any smaller, are they?
They're not.
I talked, at the onset in the pregame about keep your ears and eyes peeled for Reagan Cheney. She's 6-foot sophomore coming off the bench. And her numbers are really good this year. Feldman has it after the missed free throw. Inside, Pearson is wide open, and Abba turns around, knocks it down. Abba Pearson with her first basket of the night.
And Devin, that's exactly what we talked about in the onset, like the pregame. You've got to get out and run. They're big. Beloit's huge. It's their guard play that they struggle a little bit. Get out in transition. Go do that. It's an easy bucket for Southeast.
Coach Christine whipping an invisible lasso above his head on the Beloit bench. Inside to Budke.
Heinrich.
By Heinrich. There comes Reese, one-on-one. She's crossing over the defender back, and she's going to take her all the way to the cup and score. That time she had Samantha Thompson so crisscrossed, Thompson didn't know where to go, and Heinrich converts the second Beloit turnover into points.
How about the maturity from the freshman right there? Like, she knew exactly what she's going to do. She crisscrosses Thompson. She got her feet set. That's a fantastic finish from the freshman.
It's a 10-2 run for Southeast right now.
And it's all started from the defensive side, right? Like, we saw some nice, easy buckets going for Beloit where the defense was there. They just weren't settled. Now, all of a sudden, that defense is locked down a little bit. We've seen some lob passes, create turnovers. We've seen some bad shots from Beloit caused by good defense from Southeast. Now there's that lid starting to come off. It's amazing. When the defense plays well, that lid usually opens up on the offensive side.
10-8, Southeast of Saline leading it by 2. as we are at the 3:02 mark of the first quarter. A little bit of a stall here they're taking care of. It looks like Budke. She hasn't come out of the game yet. She's taking some time. You are allowed a little bit of time here to take care of some things at the bench, and that's what's going on right now. A little injury bump and a timeout here that the two teams are able to go over to their coaches, talk about it at Southeast of Saline Basketball when we resume play with Reese Heinrich, Kaya Samuelson, Reagan Duran, Abba Pearson, and Sutton Douglas back into the game for Southeast of Saline.
And Devin, I think it's a good thing to see because we saw Beloit get out to that early start, and all of a sudden I'm having flashbacks of Ellsworth. You got punched in the mouth. How are you going to respond? You've seen them just continue to play defense, to let your offense work. All of a sudden it's a 2-point lead. Yeah, it's a good call from the official. Looked like Reese just kind of caught the ball mid-dribble. I don't know if she didn't know what she was doing. It was an awkward dribble. Nevertheless, good call from the official. She's called for an illegal dribble.
That's the first turnover unofficially for Southeast of Saline. They missed a bunch of shots early on, just haven't turned it over yet. That's the first one there. 10-8 our score. Beloit trailing by 2. Have it back here on the offensive end. Basketball games tonight live on SalinaPost.com. You can watch video paired with the radio broadcast. Brought to you by Isaacson Truckline. 2:35 left to go. Southeast still playing defense here. Beloit working their way through a man-to-man set here by the Lady Trojans from Southeast of Saline. Beloit turns it to the right-hand side. Now they lob it to Budke. Budke goes at Southeast of Saline. Abba Pearson down with 2 hands straight up. Beloit got the first rebound, got the second rebound, and eventually a foul.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, right there, just a fantastic offensive rebound from Reagan Cheney. You can. I'm sure somewhere down below us, somebody was screaming over the back. Not so much. It was just it was the taller player. It looked like Southeast had position, but you just got to block her out harder. The 6-foot player, Reagan Cheney, just with a great offensive rebound, goes back up for it.
30-second timeout for Southeast of Saline. We will keep it right here. 10-8 is our score, and just the height presents a problem, right? Because you do have to be super, super dialed in on blocking out. If you don't block out, you're eventually going to give up rebounds until you commit a foul.
100%. And we saw it right there. Like, position was there, but I don't know if blocking out was, there wasn't a great block out. So you're gonna give up those offensive rebounds, and if you give up those offensive rebounds, they're going right back up with it, and you're gonna commit a foul. So you got to establish that body into the offensive player and really push and really go up. But you got to create that separation. Right there, it didn't happen. It's a great offensive rebound, and Cheney's rewarded with 2 free throws.
2:17 left to go. Shooting foul there for Reagan Cheney. Her first free throw is up and good. Yeah, took a little extra notice this time. Of course, we played Beloit back in 2024, early on in the season, but Reagan Cheney had put together a nice season here in her freshman year. Missed the second free throw there. Pearson, transition 3. That one's up no good. Fight for the rebound. Sutton Douglas has it. She's going to shoot and is fouled. She will go to the free throw line. Make the same case here that you made on the other end. If you don't clear that offensive rebound, you're eventually going to give up an easy shot or commit a foul.
Yeah, right there. And you saw Sutton do a good job just creating that space with her body, goes up. Great offensive rebound. I don't know how that shot didn't fall, but at the free throw line for 2 as she buries the first.
Sutton Douglas with that free throw becomes the 5th Southeast of Saline player to score here in this first quarter. As we know, they're at their best when that happens.
100%. Like, you have to spread the wealth of this team. There's not the dominant scores. That second free throw goes off, but you've got to just spread it and make sure everybody's getting their buckets. Not because they're selfish anyway, but you know who we haven't said yet is Kaya Samuelson, and that's team's leading scorer. Once she gets going, watch out.
Here's a nice little pass down low and a shot up and good by McKenna Channel. 11-11.
And what I liked right there is Abigail Pearson could have presented more of a defensive struggle right there, but she didn't want to commit a foul, didn't want to give anything early. Gives the layup to Cheney. It's fine. Or sorry, to Chenette.
Sutton had a look at it on the right-hand side that time for Southeast. Comes away empty. Now Lady Trojans from Southeast playing defense. 1.5 minutes left to go. First quarter. Got an early start here. A lot of games bumped up an hour or postponed in the area. Thankfully, we're still getting these in. Was snowing just a little bit in Beloit when I pulled in about 4 o'clock, but that's supposed to happen, just kind of flurries until it really gets going later tonight between 11 or midnight. Hopefully we're still not here.
I will not be.
Shut up by Beloit is no good. Southeast of Saline has it now. Pearson, left-hand side, drives to the basket, shot up and good. Abigail Pearson had a defender out of shape. She had no baseline help, and Pearson takes it in for the layup.
And Devin, Pearson deserves that. She's established that she's so good on the perimeter right now. The teams have to fly at her. She knows what she's doing. She's little ball fake, nice finish right there from Thompson. But it's Abba's offensive game. She's giving herself easy buckets because she's established she could hit the outside shot.
Pearson now has it in her hands. 32 seconds left to go. She'll take 2 dribbles to the left. 3-point fired. It dies off the back of the rim and falls into the lap underneath of a Beloit player, Olivia Wright. Beloit can have the last shot of it here if they won at the end of the first quarter. 19 seconds left to go. Opening quarter, we are tied at 13. Clock down to 16 seconds. Over to the right-hand side now. A couple of dribbles for Samantha Thompson. They go inside for a shot that is up and good by Reagan Cheney. Her first field goal. Southeast with 5 seconds across the timeline already. Samuelson has it. She's going to get into the paint, rise up, shoot, and it just kisses the front of the rim at the buzzer. And Beloit will take a 2-point lead into the second quarter. 15-13, host school. Beloit leading Southeast of Saline by 2. Back with more Lady Trojan basketball after this on KINA. We'll keep it right here, and we'll remind you a lot of games going on tonight in the NCAA. I didn't see any NCAA games get canceled today. If you did, Tyler, let me know. But of course, at Ellsworth, at Minneapolis, they got an hour early start. Sacred Heart and Lions, I understand they started 2 hours early. Republic County had an open night tonight. Just a busy time. There are a couple of makeup games coming up as well. On the 13th, weather pending, Ellsworth has a makeup with Larned, and Lions has a makeup with Ellenwood. So it will be quick. This is our 17th game of the regular season already.
And again, we talk about this all the time when you move games up. Like, props to administration for getting together. It's not easy. You have to get staff, to get here to take tickets, to get concessions. Like, it's not normal for anybody. It kind of adds, we're so routine-based, especially with these coaches and their teams. It just kind of shuffles everything up. But props to everybody for getting this in, because what the worst case scenario is you don't get it in. You start pushing these things back. You want to give these players, these student athletes, every single opportunity you can to partake in their scholastic life. And, props to administration for getting this thing done. And honestly, you get to this point of the season, midway through February, where you run out of dates to have makeup games, right? 100%. There's just no time left. Yep. Here's Feldman with it. Passed up a shot behind a screen. She'll go back to Samuelson. Now Sutton Douglas. She wants to drive to the basket. Left-hand side has a block. Sutton, though, gets back the loose ball and puts it back in. That is great persistence from Sutton Douglas. And it's right there. She brought Budke out. Budke made the initial block, but it's those hands from Douglas that we talk about all the time. She's able to regain the offensive rebound and go up strong. Nice finish from Douglas. Tied at 15. Southeast and Beloit doing battle here on Beloit's home floor. Lob pass inside to Budke. Looked like she traveled with it. They're going to say a tie-up, though, up top. A Southeast player had a hold of the basketball simultaneously, and they'll go to the arrow, and they will keep it right here with Beloit. Well, Devin, on that switch, on that screen and roll right there, Feldman in the exact right position. She had her feet set, and all of a sudden Samuelson follows the basketball. Just a great team defensive set right there from Southeast. 15-15, Beloit inbounding underneath their own basket. Here's a lob pass up top the key to Budke, but Budke then fires an overhead pass back down low, intended for Cassandra Thompson, their leading scorer, but it goes out of bounds. That is the 4th turnover unofficially for Beloit. And you're seeing that baseline inbounds play, something that Beloit scores on a lot because they have so many bigs, but you just saw Southeast flying around. They knew it was coming. They're all in the correct position. Just great defense from Southeast. Lob pass over the top, Feldman to Pearson. That won't go. Addison Rohr had the rebound. And now Feldman comes in and ties it up, and the baseline official called the foul. Of the 3, he was probably the one with the worst view of that. But they're still going to give Feldman the foul here. It's the first foul of the quarter. Yeah, number 2 on Feldman right there. And I think right there she's just in that spot. And I agree, looked like maybe a jump
they gave it to Addison Rohr.
Sheesh, that's...
Wow. So 2 on Addison
even more
Rohr.
odd. Yeah, that's tough. It's tough for Southeast. Got to fight through that.
I thought Feldman had the ball tied up. I thought we were checking the arrow on that one. Here's Budke now in the middle of the floor. Actually, that was Olivia Wright, pardon me. Now inside to Thompson. Thompson's going to have a big collision there with Feldman. And now Feldman's probably going to get a foul here. 6:37 left to play. Still tied at 15. We're in the second quarter.
I'll tell you what, you're seeing from these Beloit bigs, they're so good at creating that contact. Like, they know what they're doing. They're not just going up with weak shots. They're creating the contact. They're drawing the foul, going up strong. It's a tough call if you're a Southeast fan as that first free throw goes, but it's the right call.
Thompson with 3 points. Took her nearly the whole quarter to score, as she scored in the last minute there for Beloit of the first quarter. Here, she gets 1 free throw out of 2. Beloit 5 of 8 from the free throw line here early on. Reagan Duran has it on the left-hand side. She dances now over to Reese Heinrich. Heinrich has it. Now to Pearson. They swing it right to Samuelson. Samuelson off a pick. Uses it to get in the paint. Give Douglas the credit for the pick. And Kaya Samuelson, her first basket of the evening.
Yeah, Samuelson does such a great job getting herself in the paint. She's a wide-open 10-footer. That's a shot that she can get a lot of times. Just great job from the freshman getting herself into a good spot.
Beloit again having to deal with full court pressure. They get it to the free throw line. Thompson step through, and they're going to call her with a traveling violation. Turnover number 5 for Beloit.
Yeah, I don't like that call.
We go back and forth on that a lot, don't we?
We do. It looked like feet were set, has one more step. Regardless, I'll agree with it tonight, and I'll agree with it against that position, but that looked clean to me. Unfortunate for Beloit.
17-16. Southeast leading by 1. Here's Heinrich for 3. High bounce off the opposite side of the rim. Pearson keeps it alive for Southeast. Now to Samuelson. Kaya back over to Pearson. She'll take a shot from the same spot. Splashes it home. Reese Heinrich got the wind speed down, and Abigail Pearson said, let me have a crack at it.
And, Devin, I'm from that sense where if you get an offensive rebound, you can kick the ball out and get another 3. The defense is usually scattered. Get that shot back up. Abba saw that. Great finish from Pearson.
Here's Budke inside, leaning into a defender. Looked like she walked again, and they're going to call another foul on Southeast of Saline. So now let's call a spade of what's going on here. Beloit and Southeast of Saline's foul count is really lopsided. It's 7-2 right now. Yeah,
it really is, and it looked like every player was straight up. They're going to give that to Duran, and that's going to be her second. So now, things are starting to add up, and they're tough, but that's exactly what Beloit's going to do is that first free throw's missed. I mean, they understand their strength is getting the ball in the paint. They're going to attack, and make sure that either, body them up or they're going to get easy buckets. Or right now, gosh darn, that's really tough against Southeast.
Both free throws missed for Addison Budke. That was called a lane violation. She stepped over the line. Would have missed anyway. Who knows what would happen with the rebound, but Southeast will get it back.
And the delay we had earlier was Budke gets her fingers taped up, and Budke just ripped the tape off and just threw it to the bench. She wants no part of her fingers being taped right now.
Right now, just kind of a scrambling defense around Reagan Cheney, who is not leaving the lane defensively. She's just standing with her hands up, trying to prevent Southeast players from getting in the paint. Here's Sutton Douglas on a jumper left-hand side. That's no good. And the rebound for Samantha Thompson. Coming up the left-hand sideline, 4:49 left to go here in the second quarter. Southeast of Saline has built their lead to 4. Remember, they were behind early on here, 6-0. High post again to Budke. She's going to make the same move. Curl to the right. Put a shot up. No good. Rebound off the right hand of Sutton Douglas, it looked like. She couldn't control it. It goes out of bounds. It will stay with Beloit.
Yeah, it's really good defense from Douglas, just creating an awkward shot from Budke, but that shot flies off, hits Douglas off the hands, stays with Beloit.
Inbound coming from the baseline. Beloit underneath their own basket. They try to get Cheney inside. Now a loose ball. Yeah. Budke's going to scoop it up, and a foul on Sutton Douglas. For Sutton Douglas, that is her first.
And you said it right there. Loose ball kind of created a little awkward defensive positioning for Sutton. Sends Budke to the free throw line. Not the worst case scenario because Budke had a wide open layup, and Sutton didn't mean to commit the foul. She just kind of disoriented after the loose ball. Nevertheless, she gets her first. Budke drains the first free throw.
Budke here in the second quarter. 1 of 3 so far in the free throw line. She's 4 of 7 for the game. Has not made a field goal. They've all been free throws. Beloit, as a squad, they do not set the world on fire from the free throw line. They're at 53% on the season. Budke got them both. 4:30 left to play. Southeast of Saline's lead have been trimmed down to 2, 20-18. Feldman has it on the left-hand side. She has a 3 in this game. Pearson has it now. She has a 3 in this game. Reagan Duran has it now. She has not scored yet in this game. Hasn't shot yet in this game. Pearson has it. Left-hand side. Boy, a big, wide-open scramble drill right now for these Southeast guards. They're making this Beloit team work defensively. Heinrich with a little head and shoulder fake. Now it ends up with Samuelson. Now Durant. Baseline three for Reagan Duran. That's no good. Ball tipped. Feldman will keep it alive. Here's Duran going back to the bucket. That one goes in. Tyler, we saw the force of that ball falling out of the cup, and then somehow the spin that it had on it put it in.
Well, what a look from Feldman. You saw cutting Duran right there. Just a great look, great confidence to make that pass. Even better catch and finish from Duran.
And it was Pearson that kept the ball alive on the right-hand side of the basket that tipped it to Feldman. Here's a pass inside now.
That's a nice pass.
Boy, the two bigs working at it there. Reagan Cheney.
That's when Beloit's going to get really dangerous. When they get that high-low game, as we saw right there, gosh darn, they're difficult to guard.
Here's a jumper from the free throw line by Duran. That's no good. Another offensive rebound for Southeast of Saline. Southeast is controlling the offensive boards. There's a loose ball now. Beloit player down on the floor after it. Reagan Duran will take it away from her. Out to Feldman. Feldman to the left to Heinrich. We approach the 3-minute mark of the second quarter. Pearson is left open. She'll fire from three. Too strong, no good. Battle for the rebound again. And Cheney has it, a long outlet to half court. Reagan Duran, though, will chase him down. 2-on-2 break. Beloit will stop and pop and put it in. Samantha Thompson, her second basket. And a timeout called by Beloit. We are tied at 22 and a 30-second timeout here for Beloit. 2:48 left to go before halftime. We'll step aside here on KINA.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Back here in Beloit, Devin Haney, Tyler Smith in the Equity Bank broadcast booth. If you're a lover of scoreboards, this is the place for you. Two large, what I would call standard scoreboards, plus a video board.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is.
We can only see one of the three from our position right here, but yeah, there's some good-looking scoreboards here.
I feel like if they're going to put us up here where we sit, the scoreboards are for us, right? We get to see it, what's going on that way, and piece the puzzle together. Here's Heinrich for three. That's going to come up short and no good. Beloit with the rebound. Now a runaway for a layup is up and good. Southeast didn't have a safety back on defense that time, and McKenna Channel gets the basket for Beloit, her second.
Yeah, Channel just outran everybody right there. The only disappointing thing, you're okay with a missed three from Heinrich, but Heinrich just sat and watched it. She needs to go. She needs to make sure she gets herself back. You see right there, nice little entry pass. Pearson goes up, strong, gets fouled. That's a shot that Pearson normally makes despite the foul. She's to the free throw line for two.
She fell out of it a bit that time, Tyler, and I think there's a little bit about the psychology of having your shot blocked going against people on the inside there that much. She just kind of fell away from the rim that time. I feel like if she would have went stronger, maybe a chance to get that, but who are we to doubt Abigail Pearson?
Without a doubt, here's what I like to see right there is when Abby gets to the free throw line, she sees that shot going in. We haven't seen her have, she's hit 1-3. We've seen her miss more than we've seen her miss probably in any other game so far. But you start seeing that ball go through the net. That just opens up the mind. It opens up the confidence. Abby's going to continue to let it fly from the three-point line as that shot falls right there. So two free throws. Let's see if that opens up the three-point game. Eliana Smith in the game for the first time.
Okay, good.
You want to talk about an athlete. You want to talk about size. Let's see if she can handle herself right there. Good defense.
The best thing about her right now, she has 5 fouls to burn, right?
Yes, sir.
Here's a miss, forced there by Southeast. Pearson's going to throw it off hands of Reese Heinrich out of bounds. Southeast has just turned it over for just the second time in this half. .156 left to go. Full court pressure. Yep. Little challenge getting the ball in bounds. Still in the backcourt. Bud Kewillow bringing across. Now looking for help. She'll throw it to Samantha Thompson. Now here's a steal. Reagan Duran out in the pass lane. She's going to outrace two Beloit Trojans all the way to the cup and put it in. Reagan Duran picks the pocket and scores two.
And Devin, that's what that press does, right? Like, it's not always about trying to get a 10-second count. It's about just putting pressure on, making sure things are difficult once you get the ball past half court. Right there, Duran was just feasting. Nice, easy layup for the sophomore. Yes, the sophomore, Reagan Duran. Seems like we've been saying her name for years.
Beloit with it on offense. Southeast has it and a 2-point lead. It's a little 4-0 run here by Southeast after they trailed by 2. Inside, taller than everybody, and that's going to win Addison Budke. 2 Southeast players tried to contain her, but just out of position that time, and we are back tied at 26. Inside 1 minute left to go here in the half. Keep it locked right here at halftime. We'll check halftime stats for you from the first half and also have a conversation with Francis Flax. That's all coming up here at the break. 45 seconds away on the scoreboard. Here's Samuelson for 3. Count it! Kaya Samuelson from the top of the key rings one home.
And Devin, we haven't seen Kaya get going. Like she's passed up a lot of shots. She hasn't really got herself involved offensively. That's the great thing about that right there. It should be an easy block call. It
is a block on Reagan Duran, but I love where Reagan's head's at. 3 fouls though for her. And she just stepped on in front of a runaway train that time in efforts to try to get the ball for her team. But that will be number 3 for Reagan Duran, and free throws coming up here at the line. She stepped in front of Reagan Cheney that time.
Yeah, and Cheney's one of the, we talk about how Abigail Pearson does this a lot as the first free throw goes in. You see a defense out of whack. You don't slow the ball up, you go. And Cheney did that right there. Duran just comes in, slides in a little bit late. It's a good call from the officials.
28.2. You're going to sneak Feldman in here for somebody and try to stop the clock as both the free throws are made. Feldman out there probably for offense. See if maybe she can get a look at a 3. 29-28. Southeast can have the last say at it here if they want. Clock down to 19 seconds. They play it left to Samuelson. Back to Heinrich, now to Pearson with 14 seconds left. Southeast trying to extend this 1-point lead before the break. Clock down to 9. Sutton Douglas has it in the corner. Now over to Heinrich. Now to Pearson. Pearson's will fire from 3. That one rolling off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound inside, and that'll bring us to halftime. Good half of basketball. Both teams had a narrow lead, but these two right now just can't get away from each other. Southeast trailed by 2 at the end of the first quarter, but they lead by 1 at halftime, 29-28. When we come back, we'll check numbers from the first half. Also, catch up with Francis Flax. It's all coming up. When we come back, the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report is here with Southeast of Saline's Lady Trojans leading Beloit 29-28 on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back in here, Beloit, it's halftime, 29-28. Southeast of Saline leading by 1 as we hit the intermission break. Time now for a quick check-up on Southeast of Saline boys basketball team. Francis Flax joins us now as we are talking about the game last Tuesday. First of all, you had a little bit of time off there, a chance for the guys to kind of get out of the gym a little bit, gather themselves back up. How was the time off?
It was good, and we had some very good practices. It's just unfortunate. We just lack in that rebounding area, and that's kind of an Achilles heel for us. What I'm looking for is just if these guys just put it all on the line. That's what I'm looking for, and then the rest of it will take care of itself.
And we are in that time of year. It really seemed, I had a chance Friday to think about that we already had 16 regular season games in. There's not a lot of work to be left to do here in the regular season. Let's look back at the last game a week ago against Sacred Heart. 54-43, the final score. What did you see on this one when you looked back at the film?
Well, we couldn't put the ball in the basket. We got plenty of opportunities. I think we shot the ball 51 times in that game and hit 15. You can't win very many games doing that. So, the thing is, besides the lack of rebounding, has been our inconsistent play. When we've got times during the course of the game when we're really, really good, and then we can't sustain it for one reason or another. It seems as though that when we're right there, we get a costly turnover, and a lot of those are unforced, or we make a mistake defensively and let somebody get a cheap bucket on us. But, it's that time of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, there isn't and there's not a lot you can do different in practice anymore. You're at that point where you just have to try to perfect what you're trying to do each day.
Seems like 3 years ago that we played Beloit early on in this season. It was a year ago in 2024, if you want to make that case. 81-68, though. They come into Southeast, they get the victory. But this game was fairly close throughout the first three quarters. It just really couldn't get a big lead on each other. There was a double-digit lead early, but Southeast was able to overcome that. It was a 3-point game going into the fourth quarter there down the stretch. What do you remember about that game? And is there something there that you can learn from and use tonight?
Yeah, I mean, of course, when you talk about Beloit, you talk about their size.
Yeah.
And that's hard for us to overcome, but we're going to change up how we guard them tonight as to how we guarded them in December. Whether it'll be successful or not, yet to be determined. But that's the biggest thing with us as far as I'm concerned is, here's what I told the boys yesterday in practice. We are about as good as anybody we've played. If we rebound the basketball, outlet it, we get it down the court quicker than most teams.
Yeah.
But then we don't have that kind of mentality where we want to attack the basket. We need to somehow find the guys that when we outlet it and get it down there on that Trojan sign, that they take that thing to the bucket, and if they get cut off, then they can pitch it to somebody else. But we get it down there quickly, and then we're stuck.
Other than that, attacking the rim and getting after those guys on the boards, what do you want to see most from your guys tonight? I mean, it's time to compete, right?
It's time to compete. I want them to get down and, when the game's over, I want it all left right out there. And that's what I'm expecting, and I think that might be what we'll get.
Sounds good. The thing about 8 and 8 is you can easily go one way or the other, right? And that's kind of where you're at right now.
Yeah, we sure can, but, you don't want to get behind that 500 mark. Not very far.
All right, best of luck. We'll talk to you after the game. Francis Flatt, head coach of the Southeast Trojans. His guys tonight taking on the Beloit Trojans for the second time this season. Halftime of the girls' contest, 29-28, Southeast of Saline leading by 1. Take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have numbers from the first half. Also check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. It's all coming up. When we come back, Lady Trojans from Southeast lead it by 1 at halftime on KINA.
Trojan fans, it takes fuel to win the day. When you're following our team to show that purple pride, fill your tank with gas and diesel as you're coming or going at our 24/7 pumps. And be sure to stop to get the energy you need with a hot cup of New England coffee or cocoa. Or grab a slice of your favorite Hunt Brothers pizza and snacks. Assyria Oil and Hardware is proud to support the Southeast of Saline community. Located at the corner of Center and Main in Assyria. We'll fill you up.
For over 30 years, Ryan Roofing has been the area's leader in commercial roofing installation. Over 10 million square feet of Duralast roofing. Now, Ryan Roofing is expanding their expertise to the residential properties to better serve you and your home. Shingles, windows, siding, and gutters. Call Ryan Roofing in Salina today for a free roof assessment and get the expert advice you need. Ryan Roofing, serving commercial businesses in the area for over 30 years and now working for you on your residential property.
You're ready for any task and you expect the same from your tractor. No matter the job, there's a Case IH Farmall tractor ready to work as hard as you do. With easy operation, an exceptional operating environment, and more standard features that enhance productivity, Farmall tractors deliver the power and flexibility to knock out chores and keep going. Stop by Can Equip in Solomon and find a Farmall to meet the demands of your operation.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here at Beloit High School, Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith in the Equity Bank broadcast booth. 29-28, a 1-point lead for Southeast of Saline. They had 7 players in the scoring column in that first half, helped them get there. The leading scorer has probably been their most quiet scorer. Kaya Samuelson leads the way with 5 points. They all came in the second quarter. 4 points. Excuse me, let me go back. Abba Pearson with 9. Then Kaya Samuelson with 5. Abba had 4 in the first quarter, 5 in the second. Kaya had 5 in the second quarter. 4 points for Reagan Duran. Also 3 points all out of Sarah Feldman, Addison Rohr, and Sutton Douglas. Reese Heinrich hit the break with 2 points. For Beloit right now, they're being led. Addison Budke and Reagan Cheney each have 7. 5 for Samantha Thompson, 4 for McKenna Channel, 3 for Cassandra Thompson, and 2 for Olivia Wright. Southeast of Saline, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Beloit, 9 out of 12. Beloit has committed 6 turnovers in that first half. Southeast of Saline with just 2 unofficially. And after the first 2 quarters, our song doesn't really change, does it, Tyler? When we look at the new image audio keys to success here in the second half, it is get on the boards, beat Beloit in rebounding. Then I think the chain reaction starts. Your fouls will go down. Their free throw attempts will go down. You're leading by 1, but you're being outshot by 5 points at the free throw line.
Yeah, you're not playing well. And I think that's one thing you talk about at halftime. Like, we're not playing well. We're not hitting outside shots, but we're still in this game. We kind of talked about this a little bit, during the timeout. It's kind of the unstructured shots, the shots that aren't flowing in the offense, aren't flowing in the transition, that we're not seeing Southeast hitting. Beloit is hitting those. They're hitting those random 10-footers, but all of a sudden things break down. You got to hit those shots when the offense breaks down. It's not transition. It's not a set play. But you've got to keep Beloit off the offensive rebounds. We talk about that. It's kind of it's like converting a third down conversion. It just gives you an extended play. You got to keep them off the offensive boards. And the foul problems kind of are going to start becoming an issue. We talk about how great Reagan Duran's been in the fourth quarter, but with 3 fouls, you got to make sure she's available in the fourth quarter to make sure she can play as aggressively as she plays. I mean, that's what leads to her success. Her length, her defense leads to so many opportunities. This is fun. I mean, this is why midweek road games are so tough, especially in the league and especially at Beloit.
Southeast ready to handle business here in the third quarter. They'll start out with the basketball in a 1-point lead, 29-28. Samuelson with it on the left-hand side. High post bouncer into Douglas. Nobody's guarding her. And she turns around, takes a shot from the free throw line. Can't get it to go, but then Addison Rohr inside gets the foul, and she will go to the free throw line. The defense for Beloit, they're using an extra defender that they're taking off of Sutton Douglas when she goes to the outside. They're using that person to patrol the lane. I said earlier on, probably midway through the second quarter, that Reagan Cheney's not leaving the lane. It's because Sutton Douglas was out near the three-point line.
Yeah, and right there you saw her at the free throw line. It just kind of extended her out a little bit, goes up the shot, pulls Beloit out. Rohr gets a nice offensive rebound. She misses that first free throw, but that's exactly what you need. You need if you pull Cheney out, if that second free throw goes in, all of a sudden it frees up a little bit of offensive rebounding space for Southeast.
1 of 2 at the free throw line. Rohr got the second. That means Southeast can set the press. Rohr with Budke. Those two dance back and forth coming across the timeline. Budke keeps touching the basketball on the dribble with her left hand.
I know.
I don't know how that's not being called.
I watched it in MIYB basketball at a third grade level nonstop, and it drives me nuts. Big time rebound right there from Pearson.
Long shot put up by Beloit. Pearson with the rebound, now up the floor to Samuelson. Heinrich has it. Hard bounce pass in down low. Douglas collides with Budke. Ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it is Beloit basketball.
Yeah, Douglas did everything right there except holding on to the basketball. She established that powerful position. Bam! And then just loses the basketball. Budke did a good job defensively to create that turnover.
Full court pressure once again by Southeast of Saline. Samantha Thompson's going to turn. She goes up the left-hand sideline, beats Samuelson to set the offense. Now Budke has it, top of the circle. She'll throw it out left to Thompson. She wants to drive, hits the bottom of the rim. Now the ball being fought for, and it's going to go to the arrow. Will stay with Beloit. They will keep it here underneath their basket, trailing by 2.
And Devin, that's what the press does, right? Like it leads to poor shot selection from Beloit. That's exactly what you need, but you got to make sure you secure the defensive rebound. Don't give Beloit the second opportunity.
Pass up to the keyhole. Budke has it. She'll collect the defense, play it out for a three-pointer that's no good. Here's Samuelson with it on the backside. Got the weak side rebound. Now she's speeding up the floor. Samuelson started to lose her balance there a little bit. Got it gathered up, though, and played it to Pearson safely. Kaya has it back now to Abigail. Now Sutton Douglas, Reese Heinrich. Reese wants to drive baseline, and she gets called for the traveling violation.
Yeah, and again, we've seen that a couple times from Reese this season. Just wants to go quicker, than her. The mind and the body aren't working at the same speed right there, but she's got the right idea. She's attacking baseline. A nice steal from Samuelson. She goes up strong. Oh, a block from Budke. Just Budke being Budke right there.
Samuelson, thought maybe she'd get an opportunity at free throws that time, but she did not. And now Addison Budke goes all the way to the cup and scores. She has 9.
Coast to coast. I mean, regardless if you want to call for a whistle or not, great play from Budke taking the ball all the way.
Mid lane, Samuelson in the trees, goes up and scores. Kaya now with 7.
How about Samuelson? Almost exact same situation we just saw in the possession before right there, but she just goes up stronger. Budke doesn't get the block. It's a great finish from Samuelson.
Beloit goes back inside, turnaround shot, up and good by Samantha Thompson. Southeast run back the other way. Transition 3 by Kaya Samuelson won't go. Backside rebound, Pearson. Abba still working inside. Now she'll yield and throw it back out to Heinrich. Here's Samuelson with it. She falls to a knee but plays it to Reese Heinrich. Sutton Douglas now will stop at the 10-foot mark. Her shot blocked. Still fighting for the basketball. And Sutton Douglas had a chance to grab it. She watched it go out of bounds, and it'll go to Beloit. Boy, don't ever do that. Grab the basketball.
Yeah, tough. I think Sutton might have felt like that went off Beloit, but it looked like from our perspective it did go off Sutton. Yeah, you're exactly right. You want her just to grab that ball because I think she had time to do it. She was kind of awkward with her feet. Maybe that's why she didn't do it. Nevertheless, it's Beloit basketball.
Full court pressure again for Southeast of Saline. These two still tied up, 32-32. Here's a step through, a block by Samuelson. She takes the ball away. What a defensive play by Kaya Samuelson. Then she got a little thank you screen there from Abba Pearson. Transition, Reagan Duran hits a 3. Nope, won't go down. Addison Rohr gets the rebound, though, out to Samuelson. Her three-pointer blocked, and 2 Beloit Trojans taking the rebound away.
Yeah, they're just not giving you any room right now. Anytime you're going to go, and when you have rim protectors like Beloit has, they're going to fly at you for the three-point shots. They know if you beat them, all of a sudden you get in the lane, you got 6-footers you have to navigate through. This is good defense from Beloit.
Beloit still working here through this Southeast of Saline defense, and they're going to call a foul here on the outside, and they're going to call it a shooting foul that will send McKenna Channel to the free throw line.
No, they're going to call on Samuelson. That's a blessing right there for Southeast. It looked like it could have gone to Duran, which would have been her 4th. That would have been huge against Southeast. Samuelson's first foul of the night.
McKenna Channel's first free throw. No good. She will have a second opportunity. 4 points. She scored 2 in the first and 2 in the second. Second opportunity here. Misses off to the right. Rebound by Budke. She throws it back in low to Reagan Cheney, who's just checked in. Now they go to the outside to Samantha Thompson. Back into Cheney, off the glass, and good.
Just great composure from Cheney right there. Catches the ball high. The ball never came below her shoulders. Just kept it up high. Strong finish from Cheney.
Douglas on the outside. Now she'll play it to Samuelson. Now back to Sutton Douglas. Skip pass over the top. Pearson with it. She'll hit a three.
There you go. You said she'd hit it.
It just looked good when it left her hands. Abba Pearson now with 12. She has put Southeast back out in front.
Oh, Feldman just unfortunate foul on Feldman right there. She did everything correct. If that's a Sunday afternoon, it's not a penalty. It's not a foul. She just had her hands up. Unfortunate angle for us, I guess. Referee's got her for a foul.
Beloit trying to get it in. Now they go way up top. Budke looking in. Cheney a dribble and off the window and good. Reagan Cheney has 11. 36-35 Beloit. Samuelson had the ball knocked away. Pearson, though, will get it for Southeast. Now to Douglas. In the corner to Feldman. Southeast has been really good at moving the ball around against this Beloit defense all day. And just as I say that, a pick and a takeaway here for Beloit. Southeast, though, back on defense. They force a bad shot, contested for the rebound, and it's going to stay here with Beloit.
Yeah, and as that ball goes out of bounds, now you're seeing the freshman Taryn Getz come in. You're seeing Rohr come in for Douglas, and you're also seeing Heinrich. So you're seeing 3 substitutes come in again just to kind of see if you can change the pace a little bit and protect some players. Duran's still out there with 3. We see her just extremely aggressive. She knocks the ball off the Beloit offensive player right there. Just great defense from Duran.
So Southeast will take over here with the basketball, trailing by 1. Heinrich with it. 3:22 left to go in the third. Taryn Getz with her first touch of the game. Just came in, as you said, Tyler. They tried to bounce it inside. Heinrich was looking for Getz down low on the block, and that goes out of bounds. 3 turnovers here in this quarter for Southeast of Saline. That was after a first half where they just had 2. Now Southeast turns their attention back to defense. Getz knocks it out of bounds, denying the passing lane that time.
And you're seeing, again, we talk about dead ball, live ball turnovers all the time. We've seen Beloit have success off live ball turnovers. Now it's a dead ball turnover. You can set up your press. You can get things going. This is where Beloit struggles a little bit.
Beloit had to get it in bounds. They throw it away, but now they pick it up, and they have a runaway coming down the floor. Reagan Duran there. She has 3 fouls. She can't do much, and it's going to be a lay-in for Cassandra Thompson. Thompson only had 3 points in the first half. Now she has 5. Here's another rebound. Swatted around. Went off multiple hands. Beloit comes out with it. 38-35. 3-point lead for Beloit.
And Beloit had a transition opportunity right there where you immediately see them just holding up. They want to get in their set. They want to pack the ball down low, try to get shots open in the paint.
Shot up. That sure looked like a foul. Second one did not, as Southeast not rebounding, and they give multiple chances that time for a score. Reagan Cheney now has 6 points in the quarter, 13 for the game. 40-35. Here's Getz for 3. Off the back heel, high rebound being fought for. Reese Heinrich. Out. Heinrich went tumbling to the baseline, and she saved that basketball to Abbott Pearson. Pearson now gets into the paint. Shot up and good. Abigail Pearson testing the Beloit defense that time as she went right at Cassandra Thompson.
And that opportunity was great from Heinrich. Heinrich had zero reason to be down there for the rebound. She gets it. You see now the press. Rohr with the steal. This is what exactly we need to get going, get the pace going back for Southeast.
Pearson, left-hand side, gets. She fakes the 3, drives baseline, tries to get back. She's fouled. Great move there by Taryn Getz. Somebody might be watching this game, Tyler, and thinking, okay, Beloit scored 3 baskets in a row. Maybe time for a timeout, but I disagree with that. I agree with exactly what Shauna Smith did, because the more you play, the more they wear out. They're going to wear out before you do.
Yeah, 100%. When you have perimeter players that can attack the rim like Getz just did right there as she hits the first free throw, you want them to go. You want Beloit to have to run up and down with you. If you're a guard-heavy team like Southeast is, get out and go. See what you can do. Getz did a great job attacking the baseline. You don't see it a lot of times with the younger players. It's easier if you go to the right side and you kind of get an angle. She attacks baseline, gets herself to the free throw line for 2.
First free throw is made. Second one takes a bounce off the back of the rim. It'll be secured by Addison Budke. That last foul on Cassandra Thompson, Beloit's leading scorer. She has not been that tonight, but on the season she has. That's her 3rd foul, so she goes to the bench. Here's an outside pass now. Nearly went to the Beloit bench for the homestanding Trojans. First shot up, no good, and then a second shot is good. I realize there's no such thing in basketball as over the back, but there is a rebounding foul when you go through the back.
Yeah, and it looked like a really good position from Southeast to just Budke. And Budke, again, just goes up super strong. She's so difficult to get through. She's a menace on the offensive boards and defensively right now for Beloit.
Samuelson that time challenged her and was turned away with no points. 42-38. 4-point advantage here by Beloit. They have the basketball. Budke on the right-hand side of the lane. She's going to rise up and shoot again. That's no good, and the ball lost out of bounds on the baseline. Will go to Southeast inside 1 minute left to go here in the third.
Whew. And again, right there, it's an offensive rebound from Beloit. Southeast was in position, just couldn't fight for it. Fortunate for Southeast that Beloit was out of bounds and they got the rebound.
This is a Beloit team, like we said. They're 5-3 in league play. Definitely still a part of it. They're playing for that tonight. They lose this game, probably not so much. Here's Getz with it. She wants to drive. Hand check there. She'll play it to Pearson. Abba's three.
Abba, do it all.
Abba Pearson has 8 points in the quarter.
Just when you're thinking things aren't going well for Southeast, Abba just catches the ball in that slot, that shooting slot. Strong shot from the junior. Gosh darn, that's a big-time shot.
Lob pass inside. Stripped and taken away. Addison Rohr has it. Southeast with the ball. 12 seconds across the timeline. Crossover on Budke. Now play it to Heinrich. Samuelson in the corner for three. High bounce off the board and it goes in. How in the heck did that go in for Kaya Samuelson? We will probably never know, but it gives Southeast a 2-point lead at the end of the third quarter. 44-42. Southeast comes storming back, and they take a 2-point lead into the fourth on KINA.
You're telling me your driver can turn you on remotely?
It feels so good. One gentle touch of a handy remote or mobile app and my motor's running. And don't fret, my little pickup pal. New Image Audio installs these inside trucks too.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want it when the winter chill hits. A remote start from New Image Audio for cars, trucks, even diesels. All systems remote and cell phone capable. Nationwide coverage. Get yours at New Image Audio on South Broadway.
In Salina.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Back in the Equity Bank broadcast booth here from Beloit High School, 44-42, southeast of Saline with a 2-point lead. As we go to the fourth quarter, and they have the basketball, do Lady Trojans from Southeast. Boy, what a comeback there. They trailed by 4, flipped that by 6 points before the end of the quarter. Now a steal by Beloit. They're going to bring it back the other way. Reese Heinrich is there to strip the basketball. Lands up in the hands of Reagan Cheney. That will be a foul on Beloit. Reese Heinrich in there had position. And again, it does not matter the size or where you're at. It's the position and the desire to go get that rebound. And that's exactly what Reese Heinrich had there, getting the foul on Beloit.
When Heinrich commits a turnover, how easy is it just to hang your head and not care? Heinrich busts her backside, and to get down there, she creates some havoc, makes it a little bit difficult for that shot to go up, and then gets her butt in position for the rebound, and it gets the foul committed on her. It's a great job from the freshman Heinrich not to hang her head, just to continue to play the game.
Samuelson to Heinrich. Reese now back to Pearson. Poor spacing there. Abba realizes it. She'll turn and go back the other way. Now to Addison Rohr. Here's Heinrich for three. High arcing shot. Splashes home. Reese Heinrich keeps the run going for southeast of Saline. They lead it by 5.
Just a big-time shot from the freshman. I mean, she saw the defense back off a little bit. She's fearless right there. That's a great shot.
The last 3 shots made by Southeast.
There you go, Reese.
Have all been threes. It was Pearson, then Samuelson, now Heinrich. Inside, Cheney turned away by Pearson. Yeah. Now Pearson is going to have to foul Budke as she was coming down the lane wide open. Addison Rohr turns and looks at Abba Pearson. She said, that one's my fault. Pearson's going to wear the foul. She's okay, though. That's just her second.
Yeah, and that's a great job from Butke. Butke was on the perimeter, and all of a sudden she had a backdoor cut. She just slashes to the basket, gets a wide-open layup, and, yeah, you're exactly right. Roar's like, she knows that's on her. Roar's done such a good job defensively. It's so difficult as the first free throw's missed. She's had to handle Butke all night. She's done a great job, and right there just lost track of her.
Both free throws missed. Loose ball. It's going to go out of bounds, and it will be Southeast ball. Let's go back to the very first rebound of this quarter where Heinrich drew the foul down low on Samantha Thompson. That is just the 6th foul Beloit has been called for in this game.
Well, and it's just the way they play, right? Like, it's going to get called. Heinrich's called for a double dribble right there. And then we're going to talk about it. They're going to say the ball was deflected. Again, I love it when officials get together. They're going to keep the ball with Southeast. Far side official says the ball's deflected. That's why it kind of had the deflection. Love it when they get together and get the call right, regardless of, if it's in our favor or not in our favor. But you're exactly right. It's just Beloit. They play. They're tall. They stay straight up. They make things extremely difficult for you. They don't commit a lot of fouls.
Pearson with it on the left-hand side. Butke out there to guard her. Pearson's going to take her all the way around the perimeter. Play it to Reagan Duran. Duran now gets in the paint. Out to Heinrich. Left-hand side, Pearson. Pearson, she was open, Tyler, but what we've been talking about over the last 3 games was the ball and where it's at. You can see her turn the ball. She wasn't comfortable with where it's at. Reese Heinrich tries the 3. That one's too strong, no good. Beloit has a run out. They're going to fire it down the floor. Southeast, though, back on defense. A secondary 3 in transition. That one's going to go up no good. Beloit gets their own rebound. 6:05 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 47-42. Southeast of Saline sprung a 9-0 run on 3 threes to get this lead. Beloit inside. Shot up no good. Basketball out of bounds. It'll go to Southeast.
And so you can see Beloit, they're not happy with that call, but when there's loose balls, you sometimes just go with common sense. There's no way we're tall enough to even get a hand on that basketball. Yeah. It's a good call from the official. He had no idea. I mean, it was a 50-50 ball, but this 50-50 balls have been 80-20 all night. Sometimes you just have to realize the taller player's probably going to touch it last.
Duran gets to the baseline, now out to Addison Rohr. Here's Pearson right down Broadway. Gets contact, tries to finish with the left hand, can't get it to go. Beloit with the rebound. They want to run it down the right-hand side. Here's Thompson with it. She's going to put the layup up and in. Samantha Thompson with 9.
Devin, I've been really impressed with Beloit's transition game. When those bigs get the ball and they look to fire it out, that's something Southeast, you've got to just stop that transition game. Oh, an unfortunate foul. It's not going to be called on Butke. Butke gets a clean block. They're going to call it with the body on – they're going to call that on Samantha Thompson, I believe.
Yep.
But, Butke looks at the official like, that wasn't on me, and it was. Butke, again, did a good job. But that's exactly what you can do when you have a Butke and a Thompson presence down low. You can fly out of an offensive player, as you see Samuelson misses that free throw badly. You don't see that often from her a lot, but that's what you can do if you're Beloit. You can fly at offensive players knowing you have rim protectors like Butke.
Cassandra Thompson, the leading scorer, who's been sitting with 3 fouls, has just come in. She'll get the rebound on the second free throw that's missed by Kaya Samuelson. 47-44, Southeast of Saline with a 3-point lead. Southeast seemed like they had a whole bucket of momentum, but they have lost that. Now a near steal by Reagan Durant. This game is even back out, I feel like.
Yeah, and it is, but it's fourth quarter. And it's Durant time, right? Yeah, this is when we see her.
Fourth quarter,
she gets her hands, she gets her length right there, just creates havoc. And here's what you have to rely on if you're Southeast. Like you've been pressuring them all night. Now you're looking to get some, hopefully they make some mistakes. You see they go right back to the bread and butter. It's Butke down low, good positioning, tough shot, nice finish from Butke.
Here's Samuelson with a 3.
Let's go.
Boy, she better make that because she didn't have anybody down there to help out, and she did splash it home. Kaya Samuelson from the left-hand wing. Puts Southeast back up by 4, 50-46.
And we can't talk about the first time these two teams matched up. It was a 30-point blowout from Southeast. That's an anomaly. I mean,
running clock.
We knew this Beloit team was much better than that, and you can see they're starting to play a lot better right now. Oh, nice shot.
There's a 3-pointer by Samantha Thompson. As I said early on, when she hit a 3 to start this game, she has 12 of their 27 threes this season. Beloit, not a great shooting team from behind the arc, but she is. Heinrich looks at it on the right-hand side. Now Duran. Duran will swing it left to Kaya Samuels. We approach the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. It's a 1-point game. Pearson now has it in her hands. Over to Samuelson, fakes the three, gets a Beloit defender in the air. Now she's stuck off the right-hand side, but finds Reagan Durant. 3:55 left to go. Sutton Douglas with it. Now to Heinrich. Boy, this Southeast team has just looked really crisp on their offensive movements and their cuts. Now a shot blocked. Pearson tried to go baseline on Cassandra Thompson, and it's blocked and taken away. Beloit a chance to take a lead. Thompson inside.
Wow.
Somehow scores over Pearson. It's a 1-point lead for Beloit. And a 30-second timeout will be called. 51-50. Beloit leads it by 1. Quick 30 timeout here on KI-Day.
Whether on the field, court, or operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 50 years of combined service. If you need help staying active, or maybe you just want to discuss the newest techniques and services that Salina Ortho provides, or you want to see one of their trusted physicians, visit salinaortho.com. Come see Salina Ortho. Your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
51-50 Beloit. They lead it by 1. This game has been going back and forth. Southeast of Saline built the lead to as much as 5 early on in the quarter, but since then Beloit has come back and taken a 1-point lead. 3:29 left to go. Devin Haney, Tyler Smith here in the Equity Bank broadcast booth at Beloit. Reagan Durant will inbound it. She'll bounce it in one-handed to Reese Heinrich. Sutton Douglas, Kaya Samuelson, Abba Pearson also on the floor. Here's a turn by Samuelson. Tried to go to Pearson. That ball got deflected, and Pearson had to save it. Here's Abba now going to Sutton Douglas. Nobody attending to Sutton still. They've been very disrespectful of her in this game. Pearson wants to get to the paint, dumps it off to Douglas. Little quick twitch move. She'll get to the glass,
Douglas.
and she will score.
There you go.
Just respect her no more.
You're exactly right. They just laid off her, and Douglas right there did a good job just creating space, dribbled, nice hard dribble in. See, just a fantastic finish from Thompson again down low.
Remember when that was called a travel violation in the first half?
And we didn't agree with the travel call early on. I agree with the same call right there. It's not a travel, but you gotta just want to be consistent.
53-52, Beloit back up by 1.
Why
Pearson
not?
with a guarded 2 off the window and in. 19 for Abigail Pearson. Southeast back up by 1. Cassandra Thompson in the lane. You don't think she's going to give it up, do you? She does, though, to Reagan Cheney. Looked like she walked with it. Ball bounces hard off the backboard, though, into the hands of Kaya Samuelson. 2:18 left to play. Kaya taps the brakes at the three-point line. Now she's in a trap. She'll roll it out to Reagan Durant. 2:10 left to go. Heinrich has the basketball. Now back to Samuelson. Over to Duran. Pearson left-hand side. Pearson's looking for Sutton Douglas. Gets a screen. 17-footer off the front of the rim. It won't go down. Pearson, though, taps it out. Samuelson will fire the three.
Let's go,
She got the
Devin.
three. Kaya Samuelson for the 4th time tonight behind the arc. Brings it home.
And we talk about how quiet she was in that first half despite having 5. But right there, you got to have somebody on the sideline to help out Duran. But a big-time shot after a big-time offensive board from Abigail Pearson.
And a full timeout called by Beloit. 1:41 left to go. Southeast of Saline leads it by 4. 57-53. Back with more Lady Trojan basketball after this.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Back here in Beloit, these games presented tonight by Isaacson Truck Line, 57-53. Southeast of Saline with a 4-point lead. Beloit has the basketball. 1:41 to go. Fouls right now, not an issue as far as team fouls. Nobody close to being in the bonus right now. 2 team fouls for Beloit, just 1 for Southeast of Saline. Lob pass over the top to Budke. She's going to gather it up. She's going to shoot. Will not go down. She still somehow got the basketball. Puts it up again. That's no good.
Go, Addison Rohr
will clean the backboard.
Addison Rohr has been everywhere. She has been, it's not easy to, none of us could guard Addison, or there's too many Addisons. Nobody could guard Addison Budke. She's so strong down low, and Rohr just fights for everything. And you talked about this. You wouldn't pull them out right now. This is when Beloit, only with 2 team fouls, it's going to be their 3rd right there. You're going to pull them out because that all of a sudden brings Thompson out. You're going to stall right now if you're Southeast Saline because you have better guard play. You want to make them guard you with a 4-point lead.
Cassandra Thompson just got number 4, reaching in on Pearson. She is still on the floor here, and they only have 3 team fouls. Southeast will throw it into the backcourt to Samuelson. Samuelson looking for help. There's Pearson to her right. Now Abba Pearson fouled by McKenna Channel.
And we're calling just breathing fouls right now.
Yep.
4th team foul. They're going to send. They want to send Southeast the free throw line. They want to extend this game as long as they can. Like you've talked about, they're not a great 3-point shooting team. They want to drive the ball down low, so they got to commit fouls to create those possessions.
Pearson with it, gets a screen from Heinrich. Pearson really close to the sideline over there, gets it through the defender to Addison Rohr. Now Heinrich to help out again. Inside a minute left to go. 49 seconds left to play. Pearson, she'll flip it out to Samuelson. Samuelson holds the ball to Heinrich. Heinrich in a trap. She gets rid of it to Reagan Duran. Duran to the baseline.
Oh.
She is hand checked and she will go to the free throw line.
I thought she stepped out of bounds. I'll take that call all day.
Reagan Duran has not shot a free throw in this game. She has 4 points. She scored all 4 in the second quarter. That's the 5th foul on Beloit, so Duran will step to the stripe, and that is the first foul on Addison Budke. And a full timeout taken by Beloit. We will step aside as well. 40 seconds left to go from the Equity Bank broadcast booth in Beloit. This is Lady Trojan Basketball.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Winnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Winnell.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Reagan Duran at the free throw line, 39.9 seconds left to go. 2 free throws. The first one is crawling out, no good. Second free throw coming up for the sophomore.
There you go. That's huge, right? Because that means now you need a 3 at some point.
Reagan gets 1 of 2. Now Beloit turns it over. What may be even more huger is that turnover.
Yes, without a doubt. And again, that's that constant pressure. Like, people get upset when you're running a press and you're not getting just constant turnovers. But that's what it leads to. It's that constant pressure right there. All of a sudden, an easy catch isn't an easy catch. Big-time turnover created by the Southeast defense.
Little box inbound set here for Southeast of Saline. They get it into the capable hands of Pearson. Pearson nearly lost the basketball, though. They're going to say it went out of bounds off of her. It looked like it was off the hand of a Beloit player. Abba doesn't seem distraught at all.
Not
She's
at all.
all about business with 30 seconds left.
Well, I don't mind that from Abba. Abba wants to be the one at the free throw line right there. She wants to be the one in that situation right there. They just double-teamed her. It came a little quick. Ball goes off her. It's okay.
Here's a quick 3 by Beloit. Left-hand side, no good. Yes. Samuelson comes in for the rebound. Kaya now looking for some space. Trapped up against the baseline. She gets away, and they're going to call a little bumping foul there. and it will go against Olivia Wright, her third.
I don't know who called that foul, the official or the Beloit bench. Regardless, it's going to send Samuelson to the free throw line, and this is where you earn your stripes, right? Like, put a team away. Let's go.
58-53, 15 seconds left, so that sequence of missing a three and then having to chase Kaya Samuelson cost them half the clock.
That'll do it, Devin.
And another
that will
timeout.
Do it.
Yep, Kaya Samuelson made her first free throw. That's big for her. She was 0 for 2 here in the fourth quarter coming into that. There is a timeout by Beloit. We will keep it right here. Other games going on. So we check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard.
Let's check this thing.
How about this one? Lions. This is a boys game. Remember, they're quite a bit ahead upon us. Lions leading Sacred Heart at halftime, 30-26.
Okay.
Lions started on an 11-0 run in that game.
Very interesting. I can't wait to go back and watch that on SalinaPost.com tomorrow.
Minneapolis at the end of the third leads Ellsworth 30-27. Mountain Ridge over El Saline in girls play. Mountain Ridge is the third-ranked team in the state, 44-18. Salina Central leading Andover Central after the first quarter, 14-13. Kaya Samuelson's second free throw, strong, no good. Beloit has the rebound, clock down to 13. They come across the timeline, now clock down to 9. They'll fire a three,
of course
and it goes
they will.
in. Cassandra Thompson at the top of the key gets a three-pointer and still makes us a three-point game. So, again, you said it, I don't care how you dice it. One free throw by Samuelson, one free throw by Reagan Duran made it a complete 6-point lead. You get a three. Southeast is still up by 3 with 6.5 seconds left to go.
So now, like, you're a guard-heavy team. You got to make sure you get the ball in, right? And let's knock on wood. That's been a strength, but it's been your bugaboo in losses. You know, we can talk about, I know something that Coach Shauna Smith talks about all the time is their lack of free throw shooting, and the losses they've had this season. The one that, extreme, it comes to my mind, first of all, is that Scott City loss, at the SIT final. But this is when you want the ball. You got to drop a play. You got to get the ball in someone's hands. I'm assuming you're going to try to figure out a way to get the ball in Abigail Pearson's hands. That's who you want at the free throw line. That's who you want this team. I mean, she's carried this team, the second part of the season. Figure out a play to get her the basketball, get her on the charity stripe to put this game, put the nail in the coffin. So right now we'll see. It looks like Roar's going to inbounds the ball. She can run the baseline. All right, and you're going to see Samuelson and Pearson, your two most prolific free throw shooters, try to get them open. Have one of them go bury this thing, and let's get out of here with a win.
Your inbounder will be Addison Roar. 6.3 left. Your Southeast, you got to get it inbounds. They do so to Heinrich, but then it's tapped out of bounds. That did start the clock momentarily for just about a half a second. 5.5 left. Addison Roar now will go to the sideline. Looking for somewhere to go. She goes to Pearson. Pearson's going to cradle the basketball and take the foul. A second went off the clock there, and now Abba Pearson will go to the other end looking for one of two.
And Devin, you and I are both pointing. You never want to inbound a ball going towards the opponent's basket in that situation. The turnover right there is deadly. But it looked like defense. Anytime you're sideline inbounds play, after you just run a baseline inbounds play, everything's a little bit different. But if you're going to get the ball to somebody, it's going to be Pearson. Got the ball in the right situation. Let's see if Abba can just nail this thing.
Cassandra Thompson is fouled out. She ends up with 12 points. Pearson's free throw. First one off the mark, no good. Pearson tonight has 19. And a timeout called by Shauna Smith. This one will belong to the Southeast of Saline bench. Keep it tuned right here. After the game, we'll go over final numbers for you. We'll also have a Verdon Jewelers Gym of the Game. And we will make the transition to the guys contest coming up. That should be a good one as well. Keep in mind, that was a double-digit win for Beloit back when they played at the end of 2024, but it was a 3-point game going into the fourth quarter. So we'll see what Francis Flax and his guys have in store tonight as they play a very good Beloit team. Beloit's midseason tournament, a little bit strange. They go all the way out to Colby, but out there they see teams from Colorado, from Oklahoma. They see a team from Olathe. Can you imagine making that trip?
No.
Pretty good with Sterling.
Yes. So, if you're a football fan, you want to talk about like icing the kicker and why you never call a timeout before your free throw shooter's going to go up. But you've got to talk about defensive strategies right here. The last thing you want to do so Shauna Smith's taking her entire team, off the out of the lane. She's making sure they understand if any shot goes up from 3, it's going to be a contested half-court shot. You're not going to foul. You're not going to create any weird opportunities right here. And that's a talk you have to have. You have confidence in Abigail Pearson that she's going to finish this game right here at the free throw. But if that doesn't happen, you make sure things are really difficult for Beloit.
4.4 left, deep knee bend. Pearson's free throw is good, and now we don't have to worry about any of that. It's a 4-point lead for southeast of Saline.
Bam.
And Beloit's going to take a shot at the half-court stripe, and southeast of Saline is going to win it. 60-56. Southeast of Saline has completed their season sweep of the Beloit Lady Trojans, and they strengthen their hold on the number 1 spot in NCAA play. Southeast of Saline now 13-4 overall on the season. Their league record goes to 8-1, while Beloit goes to 8-8 on the season. Their league record at 5-4. And while this game did not win the league for you, for southeast of Saline, it really hurt Beloit.
Yeah, it did. I mean, you almost have to assume Beloit's going to need a lot of things to happen. There's so many teams playing each other. I don't know how they get back in the league race, but it really makes a difficult road for Beloit to win the league. However, they can still do a lot of damage in the postseason, regardless of this result. We've seen this team play. They can play with anybody. I mean, they've got bigs, they've got posts that can just dominate down low. If that guard play works a little bit better, handles the basketball, they can really wreak some havoc, in postseason play.
A quick look in at Minneapolis with 4 minutes left to go. Minneapolis leads Ellsworth 31-27.
Fantastic.
So that is 2 teams right now. Ellsworth came in second, Minneapolis in 4th, Southeast in 1st, Beloit in 3rd. So we'll keep an eye on that one. We'll get you a final as we go through here on Postgame. Postgame is here. It's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers. When we come back, we'll go over numbers from this game. We'll also have a Vernon Jewelers gem of the game. That's all coming up when we come back after Lady Trojan victory 60-56 here on KINA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline. Visit Suburban Appliance Center in Salina to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash, thanks to the 2-in-1 removable agitator. With a flexible capacity, you can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items like jeans. Shop now at Suburban Appliance Center and get twice the washer you have at home. Suburban Appliance Center in Salina, located at 1900 South 9th Street, or check them out at suburbanappliancecenter.com.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
Every girl needs a stud. You know, a real stud to hand on to? It's Valentine's season at Vernon Jewelers and time for our annual Diamond Stud event. This is the time to get your sweetheart the diamond stud she needs. Diamond studs as low as $80 from now until February 14th. We'll even give you a free box of chocolates with purchases of $1.99 or more. Shower your loved one with the beauty of chocolate and diamonds from Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina, where it's little things that matter since 1884.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
Trojan fans, it takes fuel to win the day. When you're following our team to show that purple pride, fill your tank with gas and diesel as you're coming or going at our 24/7 pumps. And be sure to stop to get the energy you need with a hot cup of New England coffee or cocoa, or grab a slice of your favorite Hunt Brothers pizza and snacks. Assyria Oil and Hardware is proud to support the southeast of Saline community. Located at the corner of Center and Main in Assyria. We'll fill you up.
Time now for the Trojan Postgame Show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
You're going to get down and hit the highway on a Tuesday night. You hope to see a game like this. This game was, I thought, really good. Both teams fought hard. It was a typical game you want to see leading up to postseason play that's going to happen here in just a couple of weeks. And Tyler, Southeast of Saline gets out here 60-56 with a huge road victory. We talked about it with Coach Smith on Tuesday, last game that we had against Sacred Heart. The rest of the way wasn't easy. As you look at a road game against Beloit here tonight, you look at a road game against Minneapolis, you look at a road game against Ellsworth, all before coming home against Lions. You just have one of those tasks knocked off your list as you were able to get this road victory here against Beloit tonight.
Yeah, and I think it's the way you won, which is you're gonna go home and watch this film and be so happy with. I mean, just knockout blow after knockout blow that Beloit just kept giving you. You know, we talked about this. I mean, they had 4 scores in double figures. All their 6-footers were in double figures. Like, you couldn't stop them. It's like any offensive rebound opportunity, they were getting there, going back up. Every single rebound that Southeast got tonight was earned, and it was so every single one was so valuable because either stopped an offensive possession or it gave you an extended offensive possession if it was an offensive rebound. And it didn't matter. Like, there were runs in this game, but you handled every single one of them, and then it just came down to timely buckets, and then Abigail Pearson. I mean, Abba just continues to do the dirty work. But you can go, it's a huge team win. The help side defense is going to be massive. I mean, you can look at the numbers from Beloit, and they'll blow it up, and you'll think maybe the defense wasn't that great for Southeast, but it was so good. It made every shot so difficult from Beloit. Beloit got theirs. Thompson, Budke, both Thompsons, Cheney's going to be an absolute issue to handle for the next couple of years. We don't have to worry about that until next season. But gosh darn, this Beloit team had everything going for them tonight. But Southeast, the team defense and timely shots, it's a big-time win from Southeast.
And this will be the last time these two will see each other outside of a possible state tournament appearance, because Beloit goes to a different state seeding site than what Southeast does. So that is a difference there that we don't have to talk about them possibly meeting up in a potential sub-state bracket. Let's go over scores for you. The final numbers brought to you by the Bank of Teskett. Abba Pearson, the junior for Southeast of Saline, leads all scorers. She goes for 20 points once again. She had 4 in the first quarter, 9 at halftime, 17 at the end of 3, and then put 3 more in, including that game-winning free throw there that clinched it at the end of the game. 20 points tonight for Abba Pearson. But right there in her sidecar, after not scoring in the first quarter, Kaya Samuelson went for 17 in the second, third, and fourth quarters. Those two in double digits for Southeast of Saline. And then probably more importantly than anything, 3 different Lady Trojans with 5. Reese Heinrich had 5, Sutton Douglas had 5, Reagan Duran had 5 for Southeast of Saline, 4 for Addison Rohr, 3 for Sarah Feldman, and a free throw for Taryn Getz. For Beloit, as you said, Tyler, 4 girls in double digits. Reagan Cheney, Addison Budke each had 13, 12 for Samantha Thompson and Cassandra Thompson, 4 for McKenna Channel, and 2 for Olivia Wright. Southeast of Saline, 9 of 17 from the free throw line. Beloit, 9 of 14. Turnovers, a slight edge to Southeast. Beloit, 10 turnovers. Southeast of Saline with 7. In a 60-56 victory for Southeast of Saline. They now are 13-4 on the season, 8-1 in league play. Beloit goes to 8-8 overall. They are 5-4 in league play. Time now for our Vernon Jewelers Gem of the Game. I'm going to split it tonight. I haven't done that often this year, but I'm going to go with Abba Pearson and Kaya Samuelson. And you look and you say, well, that makes sense. They're the only 2 Southeast players in double digits, but it's for different reasons, right? Kaya did it there when they needed an open shot. The shots that she took weren't wide open. They were guarded. I don't remember her hitting a wide open shot, but she gave them points when they desperately needed points. She's learning that craft. Abba Pearson did it when she was wide open. When things kind of broke down and the ball came out, it was kick out, she was there to go dead away. She is also still, her biggest skill right now is a skill that I don't think she possessed until this season, we're really seeing it on display right now. We're probably going to talk about it every single game, and that is the recognition of when a defense breaks down, I can go into this window and I can get points right there because that girl is out of position. We're seeing Abba Pearson do that better than anybody right now. It's not going to the rim with reckless abandon. She's not going to outrun anybody in the gym. She's not going to outmuscle anybody in the gym, but she's going to outwork everybody in the gym getting to those spots. And her mental awareness right now in the half-court offense, to me right now, is the difference between her and everyone else.
Yeah, it's the offensive intelligence, and you can tell that she's been in this system for 3 years. She's played valuable varsity minutes from day one, and she understands where the ball needs to go. If there's a soft spot in the defense, how to get there. It's very Luka Doncic-like. Like, she'll change the pace on you very quickly. Like, again, she's not going to blow you away with her athleticism, but it's her knowledge of the game, and it's a knowledge of her body and how to change pace. And she does such a good job creating easy opportunities for herself because she does that work on the backside to kind of hesitate, do something, change the pace. And then Kaya Samuelson, I don't think Kaya Samuelson took a bad shot tonight, and that's one thing the freshman kind of does. She'll force some shots. They were forced, but they weren't forced because they went in. You know, if that makes sense. We didn't see any running jumpers from her. We saw everything. Her feet were stable. She went up strong. Just a big night from those two to combine for 37. That kind of led the way, and everybody else was able to chip in. I mean, you talk about any post-presence points that came from Southeast were from hard-fought offensive rebounds, and they went right back up with the basketball. They didn't try to kick the thing out. You know, we saw Addison Rohr have success early on, just going right back up with the offensive rebounds. Douglas did the same. That's what you've got to do when you don't have a strong inside presence. Those two played their absolute tails off. You throw in a big three from Heinrich also with, you know, a nifty little transition bucket. Duran does her thing. It was just everybody coming together, and it was trusting the process, understanding you're going to give some easy buckets down low to Beloit just because you can't compete with them down low if you don't have position. But this team they stuck with their defensive mindset, and what a big win from Southeast.
That'll do it for Lady Trojan Basketball. We're about 4.5 minutes away from Anthem and the starting lineups for the guys' game. That's all coming up. When we come back, we'll take a 2-minute timeout. Back with more Southeast of Saline Trojan Basketball after this on KINA.
Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knauf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knauf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Hi, this is Angela Gephardt from the Bank of Tuscan, and I'm still cheering on SES Trojans. Just like a great basketball team, we're here to assist, pass, and score big with you with our lineup of winning banking products. Whether you're looking to save with our traditional high-yield savings account, earn with Kasasa-free checkings, or secure your future with competitive loan options, we've got the tools to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Stop by one of our branches or visit Bank of Tuscan to learn more. The Bank of Tuscan, member FDIC.
The following is a presentation of Eagle Radio and KINA Sports. Trojan Basketball is on the air. On the air. This is Countdown to Tip-Off for Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA Sports. Coming up, you're going to get a full preview of area games, analysis on this matchup, and keys to a Trojan win. Now let's head to the gym for Countdown to Tip-Off right here on KINA.
Southeast of Saline and Beloit, it's the renewal of the Trojan War on the basketball floor. Southeast of Saline travels to Beloit tonight to take on the Trojans. Welcome back into Beloit High School in the Equity Bank broadcast booth. Devin Haney with Kevin Lilly as we get ready for Southeast of Saline basketball. The first meeting between these two teams was the third game of the season for both squads, and it seemed like it happened a long time ago, and really it was. It was a couple of months ago. It was December 2024. Beloit gets out of Southeast of Saline with an 81-68 victory, but this was a three-point game going into the fourth quarter. Beloit led 53-50. Kevin, what do you remember most about that game?
To me, Devin, we played so well for three quarters, and then we missed a couple of quick shots. They hit a couple of quick shots, put us behind the eight ball, and we just kind of never recovered from there. It just kind of like the floodgates opened, and we couldn't recover. That's what I remember most.
I would have to agree with that. Ryan Eilert's squads, they're always so good. He's such a good coach, one of the elder statesmen, respectively, if you will, in the NCAA. And he will have a squad that they get better and better and better as the season goes along. And another pivotal thing that they've added, remember, they used to be in the Sterling tournament along with Southeast of Saline. They have since pulled out, and now they are in the Colby tournament. And out there, Tyler Smith and I talked about it a little bit during the girls' game. You get teams from Colorado, you get teams from Oklahoma, you get teams from Olathe. You can imagine making that road trip, and it's a tournament that they feel like they take steps every single year. They get better from that tournament on, and they start setting their sights on postseason. It wasn't that long ago, Southeast of Saline and Beloit were both in Hutchinson, and they ended up colliding for third place at the state tournament last year in Hutchinson. We'll see if maybe that could be a possibility for either one of these teams. Remember, Southeast was almost in the same boat a year ago, and then they turned it on at the end. They ended up winning their sub-state and got back to Hutchinson for a third straight year. When we come back here on Countdown to Tip-Off, we'll go over starters for you and have the beginning of this one. It's Southeast of Saline at Beloit. We're just about ready to go here on KINA.
I'm Ryan Arms, your mortgage loan originator at Equity Bank here in Salina, Kansas. I'm a lifelong Salina resident here to tell you our bank can offer you mortgage and refinance options with terms designed for you. Why leave our community when you can choose the bank that never forgets it's your money? With 2 locations in town on Ohio Street and Santa Fe Avenue, there's no better time to apply online, in person, or over the phone. Learn more at equitybank.com, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Winnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Winnell.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Back here in Beloit in the Equity Bank broadcast booth, let's go over your starters. For Beloit, it'll be Luke Cheney, Joel Rexrope, Jackson Cheney, along with the two big guys inside, Brody Litton, 6'6" junior, Eli Johnson, 6'5" senior. Johnson's the leading scorer on this team, 20.5 points a game, also 8.1 rebounds. The leading assist getter is Luke Cheney, along with Jackson Cheney. For Southeast of Saline, it's the cast that has been in there for 5 consecutive games now. Gannon Jacobson, Owen Bailey, Sam Knopf, Grady Gebhardt, and Caden Perry. Southeast of Saline in their purple jerseys. Beloit in their home whites with orange numerals and black trim. Kevin, what do you think here? Your new image audio keys to success for Southeast to get one on the road?
You know, we're going to play a lot of zone because of their size and see if we can take away some of that inside size and play to our advantage and maybe get up and down the court and run today just a little bit.
The challenge with Beloit is not only their size, it is also the way that they utilize that size. You may see them get it to a couple of guys down low on a certain pass, and then you go and guard that way, and then they totally change the way they get open, right?
Yeah, and they're those big guys, they're athletic too. That's part of the issue, you know, going up and down the court is that they are very athletic. They're not going to stand very long.
Beloit started with the first basket from Eli Johnson. Now Sam Knopf answers that with a three-pointer. Southeast leading it by 1. Here's a ball off the foot. Grady Gebhardt diving on the floor. And they're going to say Beloit basketball. Grady over in front of the scorers table trying to save that one for Southeast of Saline.
And I don't know, Devin, stat-wise, but that might be Grady's first drive of this entire season.
It might be, yeah.
You know, and that's good to see, though.
Yep.
We need to see more of that from him if they're not going to play him an honest drive.
And Francis Flax told me in pregame, it might be something we see from a lot of guys tonight. One of the focus was attacking the rim this week in practice and getting ready for this game. He wants to see more of that from his guys, not just this game, but for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I mean, because you can neutralize big guys by getting them in foul trouble.
Gebhardt starts out after a turnover here by Beloit. They threw it into the backcourt. He'll deal it off left, now get it back. Caden Perry has it. That turnover for Beloit, first one of the game. Jacobson has it now down low. Spin move, trying to score over 2 Trojans, and he does. Gannon Jacobson, more 2, puts Southeast up by 3.
And you can see right there, you know, Gannon's got a mismatch, but the help was late getting over the top.
There's a basket by Brody Litton down on the side. And that's dangerous if you're anyone playing Beloit. You spend so much time concentrating on Eli Johnson because he is more of the basketball player, if you will. 20 points a game, almost 10 rebounds. Brody Litton only scores about 4.5 a game, but he can also go for 20 on you if you spend so much time on Johnson.
Yeah, because even those 2 shots there, you know, he's very smooth with the ball, and he's got a nice off touch.
Here's Owen Bailey, left side 3. That one air balls. It goes off the hand of Johnson. He was in there battling with Caden Perry. It goes out of bounds and will stay here with Southeast of Saline on their offensive end.
And early on here, I like the energy that Southeast is playing with and the pace that they're playing with as well.
Here's Jacobson up top. Couple of dribbles. Now he hands it off to Gebhardt on the right-hand side. Back to Owen Bailey, top of the key. Works through Knopf with that early 3. Now to Jacobson. Testing this defense. Kicks it out. Sam Knopf. A little bit of a high pass. Sam couldn't fire that one from the corner. Now he'll get this one from Gebhardt. Put it up and in. Sam Knopf had a big game against Beloit in their first meeting back before we turned the corner into 2025. He had 12 points in that game. He has half of that already here.
Yeah, and there was a couple of, you know, passes on that last possession that I feel like he probably should have pulled the trigger being wide open, and he gave it up. But he's shooting with confidence early. 2
bunnies for Beloit. A couple of 3s for Southeast. Now Beloit shoots a 3, and Jackson Cheney gets into the act. 8-7. Southeast leads it by 1. Knopf with it now to Gebhardt. Gebhardt to Jacobson. Beloit extended out, playing man-to-man defense, although they are sagging off a couple of these guys, like Grady Gebhardt, not really giving him much attention on the outside. Here's Owen Bailey from 3. That's no good. Eli Johnson fights everybody off, secures the rebound for Beloit. 4:45 left to go here in the first quarter. Little test on a baseline drive there. Jacobson shuts that off nicely. Now they dump it in down low to Brody Litton. Here's a drive back the other way. Dumps it off to Litton again. And the backboard is Litton's friend as he scores his second basket. 1 point lead for Beloit.
And, Southeast defense, they play it correct all the way up until the very, very end. He just dumps it over the top.
Knopf with it. Over the left now, Owen Bailey. Caden Perry will take an 18-footer just inside the line. That's too strong, won't go. And the rebound taken in by Beloit. Here comes Jackson Cheney back the other way. Lob pass into Johnson. He was left alone. He's going to be fouled from behind. And free throws coming up. It'll be our first charity tosses of the game as Eli Johnson will step to the stripe for 2.
His first brings Eli Johnson to the
Foul
line.
on Owen Bailey is our first foul of the game. We went almost an entire 4 minutes without having a foul. 4:07 left to go here in this first quarter. Johnson's first free throw is up and good.
And Devin, to me, offensively, those jump shots are always going to be there, but if we're not penetrating that defense and collapsing it and then kicking it, we're just kind of playing into Beloit's hands.
Yeah, I agree. 2 free throws up and good for Eli Johnson. He has 4 points here early on, along with Brody Litton. Beloit with a 3-point lead. 11-8. Remember back in that first meeting also, Beloit got off to a great start. They had a 12-point lead, I think it was, early in the first quarter, and Southeast was able to overcome that and make it close, but then, as you said, fell apart in the fourth. Here's Grady Gebhardt for a 3. Grady filling up the bingo card with the drive to the basket and then hitting a 3 there. He has tied it at 11.
And if they're not going to guard you, you got to have the confidence to shoot it. He's had a drive and a 3.
Well, you got to think that was some conversation after the Sacred Heart game, right? Sacred Heart was almost disrespectful to the way they guarded Grady Gebhardt. Here's a 3-pointer now by Jackson Cheney. Got to really give some attention to Luke and Jackson Cheney. They are so good all-around players. They don't score a ton, they don't rebound a ton, but they get a little bit of everything, and they are just so diverse of players.
Well, and that's where, defensively, we just got to keep a guy in front of us to where then he doesn't have that open lane and then the opportunity to collapse our defense and kick it out.
14-11. Adam Teal is checked into the game. Little pump fake there from Owen Bailey. That's no good. Ball poked out, but Teal able to save it for Southeast of Saline. 2:53 left to go. Here's Teal right down Broadway. Puts a finger roll up. It's the back of the rim, no good. And Caden Perry commits the foul, battling for that rebound.
And that was such a good pick and roll look. I mean, nobody was in the lane there, and it just left it a little long there.
Talked about this in the girls' game, though, Kev. I mean, there is that kind of psychology in the back of your brain that you're going to the rim wide open. You just expect somebody to come block it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just kind of the way it is against teams that are this big.
And sometimes you get mixed up on whether to float it or to use the backboard, too.
Eli Johnson inside, back to the basket, turnaround shot. Boy, he's going to hit that 9 times out of 10 as he was able to size up everybody defensively for Southeast and turn around and knock it in.
And I think with Johnson, you got to do your work early. You can't let him get so deep in the post there. And I know that's easier said than done.
Deflection by Johnson. Then he lunges towards the baseline and ends up saving it. A takeaway for Beloit. Southeast of Saline's first turnover. It's a 5-point lead for Beloit. 3-pointer, top of the key, hits the guide wire off the basket, and will come back to Southeast of Saline.
And as hot as he's been shooting the ball, we got real lucky there.
Mm-hmm.
Bailey got pinned down and inside, and he was wide open.
Isaiah Kerr will check into the game. He will replace Caden Perry. So it's Kerr, Teal, Tyron Potocik into the game, along with Owen Bailey and Gannon Jacobson. Jacobson now bringing the ball up the floor. 2 minutes left to go, first quarter. Kerr with a one-handed pass. He whips it left to Bailey. Here's Jacobson on the cut. Catches it in traffic, now plays it back out to Kerr. Southeast of Saline trailing by 5 here in the early going. Potocik gets to the left elbow. Now out to Owen Bailey, now to Kerr on the right-hand side. 2 guys low, 3 guards out beyond the perimeter for Southeast. Now Owen Bailey's going to be tripped up and a foul called against Beloit. This will be given to Cale Linners. First Beloit foul. 1:40 left to go here, first quarter. Potacic's going to throw it all the way into the backcourt. Owen Bailey will go chase it down. Guess when in doubt, instead of turning it over, just chuck it back there, right?
Yep, go get it.
Yep. Teal with it. Dribbles to his right, now hands it off to Potacic. Tiernan gets in the paint, little leaner up off the rim, won't go. Rebound Johnson inside. Going to say that a lot tonight. 16-11.
I just think that Tiernan, he gets in there for that floater. He's got to square his shoulders up, though. He just got in there a little sideways, and that size. It's the size that's doing that to you.
There's an outside three by Beloit, by Lenners. It's no good. Rebound underneath. Beloit nearly had it, but then it's popped free and taken by Teal. Transition three, Owen Bailey off the back of the rim. That's no good. Isaiah Kerr, though, gets the rebound. His putback, no good. Finally, Beloit's going to clear space. Riker Clark takes the rebound for the Trojans. 49 seconds left to go here in a quick first quarter. Beloit leading it 16-11. Biggest lead of the quarter here for the homestanding Trojans. Here's Eli Johnson with a three. That's in and out, no good. Gannon Jacobson will take the rebound for Southeast. I saw him shoot a couple of those down in Hutchinson during the state tournament. And I was just, in my mind, I was thinking, it's great because he's looking at the next level, but still, you got a 6'7" guy out here firing threes.
Yeah. Well, and you always want the advantage. And like you said, college is like it, but, man, you could post anybody in 3A and probably score on them. And if you're Southeast here, I think you limit the damage, try to score, and use all the clock that you can.
30 seconds left to go. Teal has it. Now back to Gebhardt. Grady plays it to Potacic. Ball nearly sprung free. Tiernan, though, will save it for Southeast. Now back out to Gebhardt. He'll fire it to the right to Teal. Adam Teal now gets it to Jacobson. Top of the key three. Gets it. Gannon Jacobson. His second bucket of the quarter. 11 seconds left to go. Here comes Beloit. It's a 2-point game. Boy, Southeast can get a stop here and get to the second quarter. Trailing by 2, that would definitely be a benefit. Here's a long three by Beloit. That one's too long. They'll get a second crack at it. It's up and no good. So Southeast cuts that lead down to 2 before we hit the end of the first quarter. Beloit 16, Southeast 14. We're at the end of the first quarter. Southeast of Saline Basketball brought to you tonight from Beloit by Isaacson Truck Line.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Hey, Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Hi, this is Angela Gebhardt from the Bank of Tuscany, and I'm still cheering on SES Trojans. Just like a great basketball team, we're here to assist, pass, and score big with you with our lineup of winning banking products. Whether you're looking to save with our traditional high-yield savings account, earn with Kasasa-free checkings, or secure your future with competitive loan options, we've got the tools to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Stop by one of our branches or visit Bank of Tuscany to learn more. The Bank of Tuscany, member FDIC.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Back in the Equity Bank broadcast booth in Beloit, Devin Haney, Kevin Lilly, Brian Dennis providing that live stream video free of charge on SalinaPost.com. Brought to you by Isaacson Truck Line. Southeast of Saline down by 2 with the basketball to start the quarter. Things not bad in that first quarter, Kevin. They're hanging right in there.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of turnovers, 1 to be exact. And we're kind of getting what we want offensively when we're patient. And just like there, we're patiently, we move the ball around, make the defense move, and get a deuce by Gannon.
So this game was tied at 11. Beloit scored 5 straight. Then, now, Southeast has scored 5 straight to tie it up at 16. Here's a turnover as the ball springs free from Eli Johnson. Their second turnover of the half. Potacic with it up on the right-hand side. Now comes back to Grady Gebhardt. Tiernan Potacic drives to the keyhole, plays it back to Grady. Now to Adam Teal. Isaiah Kerr is the other Southeast player in there right now. And Jacobson got the ball caught on his hip that time, it looked like, and turned it over for Southeast. Both teams now have 2 turnovers.
Yeah, it's like it's there in your brain, but it doesn't go to your hand fast enough, and it gets hung up, and dang it.
So a pivotal night. I don't think it's going to make or kill anybody as far as the NCAA girls standings as we check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard real quick. Southeast come in number 1. They're playing Beloit, who was number 3. Southeast wins that game. Shauna Smith's girls get the victory as a foul is inside. It's going to send Brody Litton to the free throw line. Southeast won 60-56. Then you had Ellsworth, who was setting number 2, playing Minneapolis, who was setting at number 4. Ellsworth wins that game in Minneapolis 37-32. So the road teams each won tonight. Southeast and Ellsworth have a slight advantage going into Friday. As we talked about before that game, really still a 5-team race on the girls' side. Unbelievable. Litton makes the first, misses the second, and a lane violation will be called here. That will send everybody back to the line.
And those are things that'll drive you crazy as a coach because that's a point off the board because he missed it. And,
of course, you know what's going to happen. He's going to make the redo. It's always the way it goes, right? 18-16 now. 2-point advantage by Beloit after this game was tied at 16. Southeast has it back now. Gebhardt will fire another 3, top of the key. Off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound down low. A brief trap there by Potocik and Kerr, but coming out of it for Beloit is going to be Hudson Remus. Corner 3. That's no good, and the ball swatted out of bounds. Gebhardt trying to battle Johnson for it, and it'll stay with Beloit here on their own baseline.
And I'm okay with that shot by Grady there because it's in the flow of the offense. It's not too quick. It is a good shot.
There's a shot inside by Johnson. That's no good. Might have gotten deflected from behind, and Southeast of Saline pulls it away. Coming back now to set offense. Isaiah Kerr in the middle of the floor. Over to Owen Bailey, left-hand side. He sweeps a big crossover, now gets to the rim, runs into Johnson, briefly double-teamed, kicks it back out to Jacobson. Now to Kerr on the right-hand side. Owen Bailey getting a lot of attention from this Beloit defense right now. There's a drive by Kerr, and he goes up and scores. I love that drive by Isaiah Kerr, and again, we see that initiative from head coach Francis Flax of his guys attacking the rim.
Yeah, break them down. If they're not going to come over and guard you, get it.
Here's a big outlet after Jacobson's rebound. Owen Bailey challenging up top. And a block, but a foul on Jackson Cheney. That was a big outlet pass from Gannon Jacobson, able to get the ball out to Owen Bailey. And Bailey needs to be a part of this group effort. He had 21 in that first meeting against Beloit in December.
Well, there's not too many games that you're going to score 25 and not get the opposing team's, best player defensively on you. But you as that offensive player, you've got to work your tail off just as hard to score as well.
First free throw missed. Second one goes in the cup. That's Owen Bailey's first point of the night. A 1-point lead for Southeast of Saline. 19-18 our score. 5:30 left to go. Second quarter. Eli Johnson will try another left side 3. That one trickles off no good. Jacobson up for the rebound for Southeast. Here come the Southeast Trojans. Jacobson gets all the way to the cup, and he's going to score. He was also whacked across the forehead, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Jacobson was coming up the floor at what I would call a moderate speed, got to the three-point arc, tapped the break, hesitated, and then bam, he was at the rim.
And he's there quickly.
So Gannon will have an and-one opportunity here after the foul on Luke Cheney. Caden Perry comes back in. Sam Knopf will come back in. They will join Gebhardt, Bailey, and Jacobson, who makes the free throw. So Gannon has 10 points, 5 in each quarter so far. And Southeast of Saline is up by 4. 22-18. Beloit working the ball around here on offense. Spin move at the free throw line. Now they'll kick it out. It comes back to Charlie Burke. Burke now to Remus. Those two working out near the logo. Southeast defensively has pushed them all the way out near half court. Now go ahead.
And about the last probably 10 possessions, Southeast has been in that man zone. They got out of the zone, and they have played very, very well physically inside with Beloit's side. So, cap off to our bigs there.
That time an offensive rebound opportunity for Eli Johnson. It went off of his hands and off his leg and out of bounds. So Southeast has it back now, leading by 4 with the basketball. Quick moving second quarter as well. We're already down to about 4.5 minutes left to go here in the second. There's a ball that gets stripped away. Now it's on the floor, picked up though by Gannon Jacobson. Jacobson in a triple team finds Gebhardt back up top. Between the circles now, Gebhardt will bring it back to Gannon, hand it off to him. Big spin move inside the keyhole. Ball on the floor picked up by Caden Perry. He's going to go to the rim, and a foul will be called here on Jackson Cheney. The scramble drill that time for Southeast working out to their benefit.
Yeah, and they're just working hard defensively. You know, the ball's on the deck. They go out and get it. Have a wide open lane there for Perry. He's kind of rewarded for his hard, his effort.
Foul on Jackson Cheney. Could be a big one here as we go down the stretch, Kevin. It's already his second. Caden Perry misses the first free throw. He will come out of the game. Riker Clark will come into the game for Beloit.
And the thing we were talking about, Owen scoring and all that, and getting their best player. It seems like we get that with Gannon too, but Gannon is very shifty and he can kind of do a multitude of things.
Mm-hmm. 2 free throws missed there by Southeast of Saline. Still leading by 4. 4 minutes left to go here. And now a loose ball picked up by Jacobson. That one might have been started by Sam Knopf, who knocked that one free. Up the floor comes Southeast of Saline. Owen Bailey with it. Now he's going to skip it over to Knopf. Knopf wants to drive baseline, gets underneath the goal, now plays it out to Gebhardt, and it's going to hit the baseline over in front of the Beloit student body. 3rd turnover for Southeast of Saline.
You get into no man's land, and there's not a lot of good things that happen on a play like that. You'd like to see Grady go more to the corner to help his passer out.
Yep, improve that angle a little bit. 3:35 left to go. Beloit with it outside. Here's a runner that's up. That's no good. Jacobson with the rebound. 3.5 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. We started an hour early here in Beloit tonight. Here's Jacobson all the way to the cup. Missed that one. Perry with the rebound. He tried to save it, but it was taken away by a Beloit player down low. That was Hudson Remus. Remus now into the keyhole to Clark. Clark takes a couple of dribbles, throws it back out the other side. Now Clark ends up with a free pass to the basket. That's going to stop a big drought for Beloit. 22-20. Southeast still leading by 2. 2:56 left to play here in the second. Gebhardt with it. He'll drive, hand it off to Perry. Now to Owen Bailey. Bailey's going to collect 3 Trojans at the basket. He's going to score. Owen Bailey's first field goal of the night. He has 3 in this quarter.
And I know it sounds like a broken record, but he could do so much more of that. I mean, they're coming out so hard on him. A pump fake and go. And he was going for contact. He's seen 3 guys coming. He was going for contact.
24-20, Southeast of Saline. 2:24 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Johnson trying to go to the baseline. Looked like he wanted to go up and jam it. Missed it. Clark comes in, gets the rebound, and then he was fouled. They're going to call this foul on the floor, though. It's only Southeast of Saline's second team foul, and Beloit will have to inbound underneath their own bucket. So Sam Knopf will pick up his first foul, but as I said, it's just team number 2. Foul count so far in this game, 5 for Beloit, 3 for Southeast of Saline. That's the entire first half, not just this quarter. 2:17 to go. 24-20, Southeast leading by 4. They go in, lob pass to Litton. Now high post to Clark. Back out for a 3-pointer. Off the back of the rim, no good. Scrum for the rebound. It ends up on the court, taken by Beloit. Back out for another 3-pointer. That one's going to be good. It's the old story, right? You give them enough chances to score, sooner or later somebody's going to hit the pond.
Yep.
That time it was Charlie Burke for 3.
Yeah, and he played a lot of the JV game, and he hit about 5 threes in that game, so he can shoot it.
Bailey with the answer. Boy, he came off that pick. You could almost see what was going to happen, and he was able to get that 3 points back for Southeast. Back to a 4-point Southeast lead. 27-23, 1:38 left to play here in the second quarter. Keep it tuned right here at halftime. Here's Gannon Jacobson on a steal, going one-on-one right at the bucket, and he's going to score, but they're going to say foul on the floor. Boy, Gannon threw that left shoulder out there, was able to get contact there with Charlie Burke. And the foul on the floor will be called on Burke. As I said, though, at halftime, we'll check stats from the first half. Also check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. See if Shauna Smith's available, too. Talk about another victory for the Lady Trojans, their 13th of the year. Bailey out of the inbounds. Passed up the 3. Takes a couple of dribbles to his right. Fires the 2. That's no good. Ball on the floor. 4 different players after it. 2 from each team, and Beloit comes away with it. Here's a drive now to the baseline. They'll kick it out to the opposite side. Ball in the hands of Joel Rexrow. He'll lob it into Litton. Litton takes a power dribble off the window and good. How many times has Brody Litton been made to do that in practice?
Yeah.
it's just so natural. You can just tell. It's like, this is the 1,000th time I've done that this week.
And Caden just got caught right in the middle of everything. Yeah, he went for the steal, and he was just a little bit late, and help was late coming over as well.
Jacobson just took a lot of contact, lost the basketball, and Beloit pulls it away. 27-25, and now a foul on Gannon Jacobson, as Joel Rexroth went by him that time. Jacobson came over the top trying to bother his shot and got called with a foul. Rexroth's first free throw up and good. Tierna Potacik will come in for Jacobson. That was his second foul. He's the first Southeast player with 2 fouls. Chance to tie this game for Joel Rexroth, and he does. So 2 free throws for Joel Rexroth, his first points of the game. That leaves 38 seconds left to go here in the quarter. All knotted up at 27. Southeast has a chance here, if they want, to take the last shot of the half, maybe get a lead here into the locker room. Potacik with it between the circles. Now to Gebhardt. Now to Knopf. Back to Gebhardt. Right-hand side to Perry. Clock down to 20. Perry to Owen Bailey. Bailey takes a look at the clock. Now he wants to come back out. He'll go to the top of the key, look for help. He goes to Gebhardt. Clock down to 9. Now to Owen Bailey. Crosses over on defender. I was going to say that has to be a foul there. And it's going to be the 5th foul of the half on Beloit, and Owen Bailey's going to get free throws. That was a big, big take there for Owen Bailey just to get that contact and earn these free throws.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you worked your tail off, just kind of draining the clock, and everybody was moving. Nice, good, crisp pass, and you get to go to the line here.
First free throw misses. Cale Lenners, guilty of the foul. It's his second for Beloit. 7.2 seconds left. Check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard at halftime as well. Sacred Heart has already gone final. Second free throw, and that one goes in. So 2 trips to the free throw line for Owen Bailey. Goes 1 for 2 on each one. Beloit with it at half court already. Clark at the three-point line. He's stuck. Now he kicks it out to the left. Three-pointer on the way, and it goes all the way around the inside of the circle and then falls out. So Southeast of Saline with 14 points in each quarter. They will lead it by 1 here at halftime, 28-27, as we step aside for the halftime show brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Numbers from the first half when we come back. Also, Shauna Smith will join us. It's all coming up at the half. Southeast leads it over Beloit, 28-27 here on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here on the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories Halftime Report. 28-27 right now. Southeast leading Beloit. Halftime of the boys' game. Time now to look back at our first game of the night. It was the Southeast of Saline Lady Trojans, their 13th victory of the season. Now 13-4, 8-1 in league play with a 60-56 victory over Beloit. it really doesn't matter, Coach Smith, if you're talking about girls, boys, whatever it is. It's just Beloit has always had size. It seems like they're getting more and more size as the years go along. But you had your task of 4 girls that were right around 5'11", 6 foot for Beloit. You knew what the objective had to be for tonight. That was limit them to one shot, keep them off the boards, try to win that battle inside. And an important piece of what you had to do tonight was Addison Rohr and Sutton Douglas. But it was a group effort, wasn't it? How do you feel like you guys did on that at front?
After you kind of look at things after the game's over with, I thought we didn't do as bad as maybe we thought we were at the beginning. We walked in at halftime, felt like we were down by 10 and we were actually up by 1. It just felt like they were scoring all the time. I told the girls kind of one of those things that, the second half, we really didn't get anything off our full court press. The first half kind of gave us some easy buckets there. But I felt like also in that third quarter, things kind of started wearing a little bit. And then we actually talked about before the game is that we're not necessarily going for steals there. It's kind of the wear and tear of the, game for 32 minutes. So kind of that size and, kind of them having to bring the ball up the court, that's a tough task for them.
You did a lot better job keeping them off the boards and limiting them to not only second chance opportunities, but just limiting fouls because of the lack of rebounding in the second half. Give you an example of that. They were 9 of 12 from the free throw line. They'd outscored you by 5 at halftime. They went 0 for 2 in the whole second half. So the free throws weren't there. They lost that advantage. That helped immensely, didn't it?
Yeah, and like I said, we just kind of got to where our first half, we were kind of in survival mode because of fouls. That's what we kind of told the girls, that we just needed to work the ball just to kind of get to halftime because of fouls. But I thought we just did a better job of second half, just, limiting their stuff. And we just had a little better ball pressure.
There was a key point in this game late in the third quarter. Beloit goes on a little bit of a run there. They take a 4-point lead. I want to go before that, though, because they went on a stretch where they scored about 3 baskets in a row. Common basketball people might think, okay, well, you need a timeout there. You need to limit this run. You didn't take a timeout, and I am fully on board with what you did because what I felt was happening was the pace was quickening. You were making them run up and down the floor. You're not going to get tired before they will. They're going to wear out. And just the fatigue factor of that run there, I thought was going to benefit you guys later on in the game. How hard was it to not call a timeout there and just kind of stick with it?
Well, that's kind of what we talked about there, just kind of getting up there, and that's what we kind of were trying to get some things going here. We needed to get it, the full court game, get them up and down running here and get some easy buckets, which, we really didn't get very many of those, but we just need to get them we need to be on offense a lot more than we were on defense, and we did that the second half.
Coming off that moment, they were able to build a 4-point lead. And then at the end of the third quarter and beginning of the fourth quarter, you guys go on a 9-0 run, and it's 3 3-pointers from 3 different people. Abba Pearson hit 1, Reese Heinrich hit 1, Kaya Samuelson hit 1. You were able to take that down by 4 deficit and go up by 5. That gave you a little bit of a cushion, but here comes Beloit coming back. They took a 51-50 lead, but down the stretch, you were able to get enough shots. There was a key moment. This game was so strange in the way that they decided to guard Sutton Douglas. They really did not give her much attention outside at all. They kept that 5th defender in around the rim. But there was a point over here on the left-hand side of the basket where you were able to get her the ball, and she attacked the rim. She was able to get in there and get fouled. I thought that was big, but also just the response from your girls all night long. This group is so fun to watch because they're gritty and they never give up. There were points in this game where you probably should have folded tonight, and this group just didn't do it.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about at halftime. We need some energy. We hadn't played in a week, and it looked like it, but it felt like we hadn't played in a month. And I think it's just we feel like we finally had some time off, but I thought the girls did a really good job of that's kind of how to do the things that we need to get things done. And we knew they were going to come out and guard us like that. That's kind of one of the things that we had talked about, the last couple of days of practice that we're going to do, and how we needed to do that. And I thought Sutton did a good job of going on offensive rebounding and doing some things inside there and trying to pull them out.
Yeah, and again, this is, you can look at Abba Pearson, 20 points. I don't know that I've seen her play better than what she's playing right now. To me, the game has slowed down for Abba in the fact that we know that she's not going to be the fastest girl on the floor. She's not going to be the tallest. She's not going to be the strongest. But she uses all of those, and she's playing the mental game so well right now. She knows when a defense is out of shape, and she knows exactly where to go to score. Watching her is fun, but now you're getting people like Kaya Samuelson. She follows up her 20-point game with a 17-point game. But just loose balls all night. Just a minor thing like Taryn Getz coming in and getting a free throw after she attacked the rim. That was a great move. It was a stepping stone for her, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we felt comfortable with Taryn coming in here because of how wide they're going to leave us open on the perimeter. we just were worried about more like off rebounding wise with her, just because of size wise and just being that, kind of smaller kid inside there and not having that as much varsity experience. But I thought she did a really good job coming inside and coming in and playing for us and giving us valuable minutes there.
We talked after the victory against Sacred Heart. The rest of your schedule was not going to be easy. At Beloit, at Minneapolis, at Ellsworth, and a home game against Lions. You knock this task now off of your list for now. Friday, you got to go to Minneapolis. But there was 5 teams that came into tonight with still a shot at this league title. It's insane that we always know it's going to be a tough road down the stretch, but it's coming tonight was really big. This is a big victory for you here on the road, isn't it?
Yeah, and we talked about that. This is a hard place to play no matter what. And that's what we had talked about. Don't worry about what we played when the first time we played them, because that was so early in the season, and it's just hard to play here and on the road. And we shot the ball really well that night we played them. And as I said, it's kind of crazy. I feel like we didn't shoot the ball really well tonight, but we still had 9 threes.
9 threes, yep.
So, which is, I didn't feel like that at all, which, I mean, that's kind of, we took care of business, I guess.
Yep, absolutely did. Friday night now in Minneapolis. Minneapolis lost at home tonight to Ellsworth. That will be a good one as well, and that'll be a story just like this one. It will not be the same game that it was the first time you played them. Look forward to Friday. Have a great week. We'll talk to you then.
All right, thank you.
Shauna Smith, head coach of the Southeast of Saline Lady Trojans. Tonight they win 60-56. 13-4 now on the season, 8-1 in NCAA play. We'll take a quick 60-second timeout. When we come back, more Trojan basketball. Southeast of Saline leads Beloit by 1 here at the break on KINA.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
You're ready for any task and you expect the same from your tractor. No matter the job, there's a Case IH Farmall tractor ready to work as hard as you do. With easy operation, an exceptional operating environment, and more standard features that enhance productivity, Farmall tractors deliver the power and flexibility to knock out chores and keep going. Stop by Can Equip in Solomon and find a Farmall to meet the demands of your operation.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here at Beloit in the Equity Bank broadcast booth, Devin Haney along with Kevin Lilly as we wrap up halftime. Right now 28-27, Southeast of Saline. Gannon Jacobson leading the way with 10, 7 for Owen Bailey, 6 for Sam Knopf, 3 for Grady Gebhardt, 2 for Isaiah Kerr. Beloit, right now, they got a spread-out scoring spread. Brody Litton with 7, Eli Johnson, Jackson Cheney with 6, 3 for Charlie Burke, 2 for Joel Rexrow, and 2 for Riker Clark. Southeast of Saline, 3 of 7 from the free throw line. Beloit is 5 out of 6. Southeast with 4 turnovers, Beloit with 2. We're watching that first 16 minutes. Kevin, your thoughts here as we move forward into the third quarter?
Defensively, I thought we were really strong. We rebounded the ball well. I don't know of too many second chance points that we gave up, so we just got to kind of continue on that pace. And offensively, we've got to continue just to move the ball.
And it didn't take long for Beloit to get inside to Eli Johnson. He was scoring on the left-hand side, and he was fouled. Caden Perry will get his second foul, and one opportunity coming up for Eli Johnson. A chance here to put Beloit up by 2. And he does.
And he went the whole second quarter without scoring. Yep. So you know that, listen, the emphasis at halftime is we're going to feed our big guys.
We didn't see Litton and Johnson on the floor a lot together in that first half, which kind of surprised me. Here's a kick out. Jacobson to Knopf. Knopf will take 2 dribbles to his right, put up a 17-footer, and that one comes off the backboard into the hands of Beloit. Homestanding Trojans now have it by 2, 30-28. Here's a three-pointer that's fired up. Off the backboard, off the rim, no good. Knopf in there battling with Litton in the loose ball. Rebound is going to bounce over to Gannon Jacobson. Good job there by Sam Knopf keeping that one alive.
And we're limited to, one shot. And you can win a lot of games if you don't give them multiple cracks at it.
Well, also the pace that we're on. This game's going to be played in the 50s or 60s and not the 70s or 80s, right?
And that benefits us.
Yep. Here's Grady Gebhardt for 3. That one's off the front of the rim, no good. Brody Litton with the rebound for Beloit. Still leading by 2, going back the other way. Now 1 minute into the third quarter. There's a drive to the basket and a shot put up. No good. Out of the hands of Jackson Cheney, but it's rebounded on the backside by Eli Johnson and in.
And really, they just got rewarded for a bad shot.
Sam Knopf for three will get him back. 9 points for Sam Knopf. Back to within one. Here's Litton on the right-hand side. That's no good. Owen Bailey will get the rebound.
And I'm really surprised defensively we've been able to hang with them going all man-to-man. We did zone early, but we have stuck to that man-to-man. It seems to be working, so they're going to keep rolling with it.
Knopf looks inside at Perry. He's got Litton pinned down there. Southeast pretty happy with that. Owen Bailey's going to fire a three. That one's off the rim, no good. Gebhardt trying to get the rebound away from Eli Johnson, but he cannot. And Johnson now will bounce it into the hands of Joel Rexroth. Rexroth up across the timeline. Fires it to the right-hand side. Now back in to Litton. Litton and Jackson Cheney playing catch over here on this right wing. Jackson Cheney tried to go underneath the defender. That shot up no good. Tried to tip it just kind of nonchalantly. That one's no good, and it comes out into the hands of Gannon Jacobson. 32-31, Beloit leading by one. Owen Bailey with it now to Gebhardt. They're playing catch around the perimeter. Caden Perry comes out of the crowd now. He is outstanding on the three-point line with the basketball. To Jacobson. Jacobson has drawn the defensive attention of Joel Rexroth here early on in this third quarter.
And to me, I don't know what Beloit is in. I know it's a zone, but they're moving very weird. I mean, Sam has knocked down 3 threes, and they're still not even going out to guard him.
It's a lot like what the Beloit girls did in my eyes. Here's Sam Knopf for three. That's no good. They are not giving much attention to Caden Perry at all. And Beloit's girls did this to Sutton Douglas. So they are taking that defender off of Caden Perry and just putting him in the lane to protect the rim. So it's almost like a 4-out 1-in defense, if you will.
Well, just the way their movements were, it's just real weird.
This one's thrown away into the backcourt. Jacobson giving chase, and he's going to watch it go out of bounds. That'll be the first turnover. Yeah, almost like a matchup zone, but it had man-to-man principles. I get what you're saying there. They know one thing, though. They don't want to lose Gannon Jacobson, and they don't want to give any space to Owen Bailey. Those are the two initiatives that they are trying to hold down right now, and they have done that so far. They've just given him one basket here, and that was to Sam Knopf. Almost halfway through the third quarter. Man, this game is buzzed by. 32-31, Beloit. Knopf wide open from the top of the circle. Boy, I'd love to see Sam shoot that.
Yep.
Instead, Jacobson looking inside at Perry, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I think if you're Sam there in that situation, you're ready to shoot. You understand what they're doing and how far off they're playing off on you, and that's a great shot to take.
He's also 3 of 4 from the three-point line in this game.
Absolutely.
Here's Johnson down low over the top of Perry. That's no good. Sam Knopf with the rebound. He's going to throw it ahead to Jacobson. Jacobson had a really poor angle at the basket, but there's Sam Knopf, the man that started the break, followed Jacobson in. The sprint he just made from baseline to baseline is going to get him that basket and a foul opportunity. He's going to shoot a free throw and try to make a three-point play.
And Sam has been very, very aggressive rebounding inside. He has gotten in the mix there. He's gotten in the mix offensively. And you can see, even when a shot goes up, he's not looking around watching it. He's going to find a rebound.
That was awesome. Great hustle by Sam Knopf. Free throw is up and good. We mentioned he had 12 in the first meeting of these two teams. He has 12 right now. 34-32, a 2-point lead here for Southeast.
And now Southeast goes back to the zone.
And a three-pointer up and good. Charlie Burke, his second one of the night. Puts Beloit back up 35-34, 3:30 left to go in the third. Owen Bailey trying to get him back. That one rims off, no good. Eli Johnson had the rebound. Caden Perry took it away and scored on him. Caden Perry, his first basket of the night.
And he's done so many good things inside tonight. I know that's his first basket, but he's done a lot of really good things defensively.
Long three again by Burke. That's no good. Tiernan Potacek rips it out for Southeast. He'll go left to Knopf. Knopf lost the basketball momentarily, but gets it back, saves it, plays it to Owen Bailey, top of the circle. Bailey goes behind his back. Now a step through floater at the rim. That won't go, and Eli Johnson clears things out for Beloit. 36-35 Southeast.
And if you're not moving the defense, you're just playing into their hands because they're all sitting in there.
There's a battle for a rebound on the backside. It's between Clark and Jacobson. And Jacobson's going to get whistled with a foul here. I think they're going to send Clark to the free throw line on this. And for Gannon Jacobson, that'll be his third foul. So definitely we'll have to manage that if you're the Southeast bench. First free throw here by Riker Clark is up and good. He has 3.
Hey, sometimes as coaches we try to switch things up just to see if we can get a different look. And, our perimeter defense has been really, really good. We drop back to that zone and we give up that long 3 there.
Riker Clark gets both of those free throws for Beloit. 6'1 senior, 215-pounder. Leading tackler, I believe, on Beloit's football team this past season. There's Jacobson down low. 3 different Beloit players he had the attention of, and he's still able to score a dozen points for Gannon Jacobson.
And that's where I'd like to have a shooter trailing behind him. When they do that, he can kick that out. But he took it. He had his mind made up.
Southeast has gone to an odd man front defense here. It's a 3-2 kind of blown out zone as they're all around the perimeter. Near steal there on the gamble by Owen Bailey. Now Isaiah Carroll will go to that side. Johnson trying to go against the baseline, runs over Gannon Jacobson. No call there. Tiernan Patachi comes out with the basketball. Up the floor. Now back to Tiernan. Isaiah Carroll gets it back. He's going to shoot the 3. It's no good. Here comes Beloit back the other way. Ball in the hands right now of Hudson Remus. Back over to Charlie Burke. He has 2 threes in this game. Hit one in the second quarter and one here in the third. Back over on the left-hand side. There's a traveling violation that's going to be whistled here against Beloit. Too many steps for Cale Winters that time. Just the 4th turnover for Beloit in this game. They've been extremely clean. At least 1:35 left to go here in the third. Southeast of Salina will get the basketball back, leading by 1.
And if you're Southeast bigs, every whistle, it seems like there's a new big coming in. There's a new big. You start wearing one down, and you think you got an advantage, and they bring another fresh one in.
Inside a minute and a half left to go here in the third. Nobody out there on Isaiah Carey. He's going to step into another 3. That one's no good. Here comes Beloit back the other way. 38-37, Southeast with a 1-point advantage. That was the gap at halftime. Both teams have scored 10 points here in the third. 65 seconds left to go. Open 3 from the left-hand side. That one's good. Hudson Remus, his first basket of the game. Here's Potachik now. He'll drive baseline on the left-hand side. Stuck. Now he goes up top of the circle to Kerr. Now to Owen Bailey. Plenty of time here for Southeast. 45 seconds left to go. Here's Potachik all the way to the cup. Finds some space. That one off the backboard, off the rim, and then came out. Here comes Beloit back the other side. Burke with it. Now to Remus. They're eyeballing Brody Litton, who's working the free throw line. Here's Burke with another 3. Boy, you got to be on him throughout the gym, don't you?
Yeah, he's got some range.
Now a near steal. Ball on the floor. And a timeout by Ryan Eiler. He's going to save that possession with a 30-second timeout. And we will keep it right here with 22 seconds left to go in the third. Check the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. Sacred Heart able to keep their record unblemished. They had to come from behind tonight on the boys' side of things and beat Lions 61-54. Lions started that game up on 11-0 run. They had a 4-point lead at halftime. The Sacred Heart on their home floor tonight snuck it out and gets the victory 61-54. Sacred Heart girls also won tonight 65-34. Here it was the Southeast of Saline girls beating Beloit 60-56. Also in the NCAA, the Ellsworth girls won tonight. They beat Minneapolis in Minneapolis by 5 points.
Should be a fun race down the stretch.
Usually is.
Yep.
3 regular season games left after tonight. At Minneapolis on Friday. At Ellsworth 1 week from tonight. Then Lions at home for senior night in 10 days. Beloit trying to close out the quarter here. They get it into Johnson. His shot is up, no good. Litton comes in and closes it out, and he is fouled. Boy, worst case scenario there for Southeast of Saline. They took care of Johnson on one side, but didn't get Litton at 10-2 on the backside. And now Beloit leading by 4, and a chance to make this a 3-point play from Brody Litton. He has 9 points, a chance to make it 10.
And, our first shot defense was really good. We were out of position to rebound. But I was going to make the point with Johnson, every time he gets the ball inside, we're forcing him to do a fadeaway, which is a pretty tough shot for a big guy, and it plays to our advantage.
Litton's free throw off the mark. Potacek has it. 5 seconds left. Now lost the basketball. Burke has it back. Over to Remus for 3. And that one won't go. And Southeast dodges a bullet at the end of the third quarter. Beloit regains the lead, 42-38 at the end of 3. When we come back, fourth quarter action from the Equity Bank broadcast booth in Beloit. It's Trojan basketball.
For over 30 years, Ryan Roofing has been the area's leader in commercial roofing installation. Over 10 million square feet of Duralast roofing. Now, Ryan Roofing is expanding their expertise to the residential properties to better serve you and your home. Shingles, windows, siding, and gutters. Call Ryan Roofing in Salina today for a free roof assessment and get the expert advice you need. Ryan Roofing, serving commercial businesses in the area for over 30 years and now working for you on your residential property.
Trojan fans, it takes fuel to win the day. When you're following our team to show that purple pride, fill your tank with gas and diesel as you're coming or going at our 24/7 pumps. And be sure to stop to get the energy you need with a hot cup of New England coffee or cocoa. Or grab a slice of your favorite Hunt Brothers pizza and snacks. Assyria Oil and Hardware is proud to support the southeast of Saline community. Located at the corner of Center and Main in Assyria. We'll fill you up.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Back here in Beloit, southeast of Saline, trailing by 4 as we start fourth and final quarter. Devin Haney, Kevin Lilly back here as we enter the fourth quarter action. Adam Teal for 3 off the bench. He gets his first shot of the night. Back to a 1-point Beloit lead. The southeast group not going away here. Litton inside, gets Jacobson up in the air, then comes down. Contact there, no whistle. They play through it. Ends up on a kick out for Beloit, and another 3. Boy, Charlie Burke has been a big difference for Beloit tonight. He has 9 points, all of them from behind the arc.
And they're all deep.
Yes. Now a foul on Litton. Adam Teal was testing him on the baseline, and Brody, a little too much body there, will pick up his first foul.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to go out there and guard him. He's 4 foot away from the three-point line, and he's just sinking them.
Tiernan Potacek way up high near the logo. Finds Isaiah Kerr. Now back to Tiernan, and a foul will be called on Charlie Burke, his second. So 2 team fouls here early in the first 45 seconds of the quarter for Beloit.
And I think if you're Southeast here, you just value possessions offense, so defensively, and just solid defense.
Jacobs had it poked away from behind, but went off a Beloit Trojan leg, and Grady Gebhardt picked it up. Isaiah Kerr with it, now to Gebhardt, now back to Jacobson on the left, inside Potacek. He's in the trees, he's going to back it out though. Now down low, Isaiah Kerr was open for a flash, but Eli Johnson right behind him. Boy, that's a tough thing. You got to decipher, right? It looks like guys are open, but they're really not because they're 6'6", 6'7", and they're patrolling the paint.
Yeah, there's some big trees in there.
Kerr with it. Now back over to Gebhardt. Beloit clapping for themselves on the defensive end right now. Potacek works just inside the free throw line. Teal, another 3. That one bounces off in a battle for the rebound, and they're going to give that to Jacobson. Boy, that was a dual possession situation. Jacobson's right hand had as much as what Brody Litton's left hand had, and they're going to give it to Jacobson on the foul. That's his 4th.
And that's such an easy call. It's a jump ball. It's a jump ball in that situation. They both had possession.
Why don't you let them battle it out a little bit and see if there is a dual possession? That ball might come out of there. Yeah, boy, just a quick whistle there. Corner 3 for Cheney. That's no good. Rebound Grady Gebhardt. Off to Gannon Jacobson. Jacobson up the floor, and a blocking foul will be called here on Joel Rexroth. That'll be his second. Gannon Jacobson will go to the free throw line. 2 free throws coming up. Now the 3rd team foul. They just have 1 more to give. Does Beloit. Still 6:10 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
We just need to push the action to them, and let's get to that bonus.
Jacobson's first free throw is up and good. He has a baker's dozen now, 13 points. He's 2-2 from the free throw line, third attempt coming up.
And it's kind of playing out like it did at Southeast when we played them at home, right? We kind of got down. We came back, maybe not as big, but and now we're right here, right in the thick of it, 2-point game.
2 free throws by Gannon Jacobson makes it a 2-point game, 6:05 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Kick out looking for Johnson out here in the corner. Jacobson's going to knock it out of bounds, and it will stay here with Beloit on their offensive end. Rexroth will come over and do the inbounding right in front of the Beloit bench. He'll put it in to Charlie Burke. Southeast still playing that odd man front zone. Looks like a 3-2. Grady Gebhardt in the middle of it up top. Now to Clark. Now down low to Johnson. Beloit works it back out to Jackson Cheney. Now it ends up over in the corner. Rexroth will try a 3. That's no good. Jacobson with the rebound. Southeast has it back. 5:39 left to go. Trailing by 2. Bailey with it to the right-hand side to Teal. Adam hit a 3 to start the quarter for Southeast. Now over to Owen Bailey, who will bring his defender all the way out to the logo. Here's Jacobson now, coming down the right-hand side of the lane. Finger roll is good. You saw that long arm of Gannon Jacobson reach out towards the rim. He already had the defender beat, and the foul was called as well.
Yeah, and it's just one of those moves from Gannon that we've been becoming accustomed. It's either the spin move or that long, real lanky, extend out and finger roll to the goal.
We had a great look at it there, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
So Southeast will take a lead here, 46-45.
And now we switch back to that matchup, man-to-man.
Here's Johnson, turnaround on the baseline. Shot up, no good. Potacik with the rebound for Southeast.
And everything from him is a fadeaway. It's a fadeaway. Our defense has been so good down there, he can't go to the goal. He's fading away on every shot.
Gebhardt with it. Southeast leading by 1, and now we're going to have an offensive foul called. Is this Gannon Jacobson?
Tiernan Potacik.
Okay. Referee was looking Zero's way. They're going to get Tiernan for the foul, which is good for Southeast. That's just the first on Potacik, second team foul, but they do get the turnover out of it.
And I think Tiernan was just trying to get through there, and there was just some movement. I don't know if he called him for a moving screen or what.
Yeah, there was a little scrum over there. Go in down deep to Clark. He elevates, plays it back out. Now top of the key to Rexroth. Throws on a big ball fake, goes back outside to Jackson Cheney. He wants to get to the rim, tries to put it in off the window. That won't go. Here comes Southeast back the other way. Owen Bailey down the right-hand side of the lane. His layup won't go. It's too strong. Layup might be a strong word as well. There's a banker off the window from a weird angle, and it just wouldn't go down. Here's Jackson Cheney now for 3, and he was uncovered, and he makes Southeast pay. Jackson Cheney, remember he had 2 threes back in the first quarter. That's his third. He has 9. 2-point lead for Beloit. 48-46. Halfway through the fourth quarter. 4 minutes left to go. Potacik with it. Now back around to Adam Teal. Jacobson will come out and get it. Had some 3-point attempt here by Owen Bailey. That is up no good. Beloit with a 2-point lead.
And Beloit's defense is just really good right now. They're keeping everything to the perimeter. We're not trying to penetrate or anything.
Little advice there from Coach Jacobson. He said it's a triangle and 2,
Gotcha.
which makes sense.
Yeah.
Give him credit where credit's due.
Yeah. Thank you.
Here's Bailey going to the left-hand side of the basket. That one won't go. Boy, he is usually so crafty at getting those shots to go down. Now Jackson Cheney gets himself into a traveling violation. So the third turnover of the half for Beloit. This game has not been littered with a lot of turnovers. Beloit has 5, Southeast has 6. Sam Knopf back in, Caden Perry back in. They'll replace Potacik and Teal with 3:12 left to go. Southeast trailing by 2 with the basketball. Jacobson and Gebhardt will come across the timeline. Jacobson goes to Knopf. Top of the circle, now Perry. Perry looks, now comes left-hand side to Knopf. who's going to be able to get free and step up here for Southeast on offense. Gebhardt has it right now. Back to Perry on the right wing. Now back to Jacobson. He's being shadowed by Rexroth. Over to Owen Bailey. He's being shadowed by Jackson Cheney. Knopf on the handoff to Owen Bailey. Bailey big steps. Fires it back left. Now ends up with Knopf for three. Sam buries it. And a timeout called by Southeast of Saline. Sam Knopf has 15 points and a timeout on the full side for Southeast. 2:31 left to go. Back with more Southeast of Saline basketball after this.
The Trojans are experts in precision passes, and Everhart Precision Ag are your experts in grid soil sampling. Everhart Precision Ag does all the sampling and data analysis in-house, keeping it local and close to the farm. They're also your local channel seedsman, selling all seeds with an emphasis in corn and soybeans. Trust Matt Everhart and Lane Hensley at Everhart Precision Ag, serving Saline, Dickinson, McPherson, and Ottawa counties, and also supporting Southeast of Saline Trojans. For more information, visit everhartprecision.com.
Whether on the field, court, or operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 50 years of combined service. If you need help staying active, or maybe you just want to discuss the newest techniques and services that Salina Ortho provides, or you want to see one of their trusted physicians, visit salinaortho.com. Come see Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Back in the Equity Bank broadcast booth, we're in Beloit. Southeast has just taken a lead on a Sam Knopf three-pointer. Sam has just scored in threes tonight. He has 4 3-pointers, and he also has an and-one opportunity where he closed it out with the free throw. So 15 points for Sam Knopf tonight. Defense picking up. Southeast back in the man-to-man. 2:12 left to go. Beloit, Jackson Cheney driving down the right-hand side of the lane. Left it short. There's his rebounders, though. Eli Johnson pulls it out of there and scores on the left-hand side. Both Johnson and Litton were both crashing in from the outside to get that rebound.
Yeah, and it's not going to be a surprise to see Beloit go inside either with a guard or try to find their bigs to score.
50-49. Jacobson makes his way to the free throw line. He lost the basketball. Now he's down on the floor after it. Saves it. And a timeout called by Southeast to save that basketball. And it's a 30-second timeout that we will keep right here. I want to remind you the next broadcast of Southeast of Saline basketball will come your way again from the road. We're in 3 straight road trips right now. Those aren't makeup games, just the way the schedule fell. Got Beloit, of course, here tonight. On the road at Minneapolis on Friday, and then on the road a week from tonight at Ellsworth. Then one last final home game on Friday the 21st. It'll be senior night on campus as Southeast hosts the Lions. That'll do it for your regular season. Then we'll all sit around and see what the newly restructured sub-state brackets look like. This year, the main difference, the team with the better record, the higher seed, will host in the first 2 rounds, not just the opening round. And then everything will go to Halstead for Southeast of Saline if they are fortunate enough to win the first 2 rounds and play in a championship. 49-50. Southeast trailing by 1. 1:40 left to go. On offense here is Southeast of Saline. Gebhardt with it. Now to Knopf. Now to Perry. Now to Knopf again. Owen Bailey working around the perimeter. Jacobson right now camping out down on the blocks. Here's Bailey. Tried to go in and test Brody Litton, and he was turned away. Ball blocked. It goes out of bounds, and it will be a baseline inbounds for Southeast of Saline with 1:19 left to play.
I love the aggressiveness, but I'm not sure that I'm willing to try that guy.
He tries it again. This time he draws a foul. So some resiliency there on Owen Bailey. You're not wanting to give up on that. They go right back at the inside, and they're able to go with Brody Litton again. They get a foul out of him. For Brody, that's his second. And to the free throw line will be Owen Bailey. First free throw is up and good. Lloyd has been able to bottle Owen Bailey up for 8 points tonight. He has just tied the game with his first free throw at 50. Second free throw on the way. Breaks the tie. No, he doesn't. Falls out. Boy, Owen, 50% from the free throw line tonight. 3 for 6. 1:10 left to go. 50-50, our score. Remus with it, up top. Lost his dribble. Now timeout called by Beloit. Ryan Eilert wants to talk about it, and he wants a full timeout. We will take it as well. 1:04 left to go here in the fourth quarter. We're all tied up. Southeast of Saline basketball on this Tuesday night, brought to you by Isaacson Truck Line.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truck Line is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truck Line.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. The team at Kniper Agency with Farmers Insurance can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Stephanie, Morgan, or Tiffany at the Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to find out how they can help you protect the things that matter most to you.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
The Appliance Center. It's where you go to shop for washers, dryers, kitchen appliances, furniture, pellet grills, TVs, and so much more. If you are looking for a local, family-owned business, visit the Appliance Center. We're in the big red and white building on South Broadway in Salina. Come experience the Appliance Center difference.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
Buckle up, 64 seconds left to go here in Beloit. We are tied at 50. Beloit has the basketball. Shooters on the floor now. We see Charlie Burke reinsert himself. Eli Johnson, Brody Litton, the big guys are still in there. They go right inside to Johnson quickly for a shot. Up, no good. Gannon Jacobson pulls it away for Southeast. A little surprised, Kevin, how fast Beloit went for that too.
Yeah, I really thought Beloit was going to run some clock there. Yeah, go ahead.
Foul up top by Jackson Cheney. He body bumps Gannon Jacobson at the midcourt stripe, and will send Jacobson to the free throw line. For Cheney, that's his fourth, and it's the 15th foul. They're over the limit. I believe that's actually the 16th foul, but it's neither here nor there. And Jacobson will have a chance to go to the free throw line and break the tie. First free throw on the way is good. Boy, that was a suspect foul by Cheney, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I really am. I'm really surprised because we didn't force Beloit's action. They just they ran their own action.
Gannon's two free throws up and good. Southeast has only missed one free throw here in this fourth quarter, and a 30-second timeout now called by Beloit as Southeast of Saline goes up 52-50. There's still a ton of time left in this one. 47.6 seconds left in this one. They have 3 scoreboards in this gym, and none of them have timeouts left.
Yeah. I see none.
None.
That's
okay. Just play it by ear.
But I think if you're Southeast here defensively, you've got some fouls to still give, so you don't have to get real. I mean, you can still be aggressive. So,
by the count on the court that I saw, Southeast has 2 timeouts remaining. Beloit has 1 timeout remaining, is what I saw there. So Beloit with the basketball. They trail by 2. You know where they're probably going to want to go, but you also have to be cautious of Charlie Burke because he's been an outside assassin in this game. From the outside, Jackson Cheney has it now, looking inside at Johnson. Johnson steps through Jacobson. Jacobson handcuffed there with 4 fouls. Just couldn't do much about it. And now Beloit's going to call a 30-second timeout. Their last timeout, I think. I'll keep an eye on that, and we'll see what they tell Ryan Eilert he has left. But I think they told him for that out remaining. You go inside, it's the right call, right? Not only do you go to your best player, but you also go to your best player who's guarded by Southeast of Saline's best player with 4 fouls.
And that's what I was going to say. That's a smart play by Gannon there. He doesn't foul him. Listen, he understands he's got to step through. He just goes straight up, doesn't foul him. Listen, you know where they're going, right? Don't give him that and one and put yourself potentially down 1. It's our ball with 31 seconds to go. Live to fight another day, and we still have Gannon in the game. Just high basketball IQ.
Yep. 31.8, 52-52. Gebhardt, Jacobson, Knopf, Bailey, Perry, the starters on the floor for Southeast of Saline. Do you opt to take the last shot here? And the worst thing that can happen to you is overtime. You take it to a point where you have a chance to get a putback. If you don't, time runs out on Beloit and you go to overtime. Is that the worst thing that you play for here. If the shot goes in, you take a lead.
To me, that's what I'm doing, Devin. I'm going to take the last shot of this game. I'm not going to give anything to Beloit.
Francis Flax, knowing that you get no bonus points for leftover timeouts, will take another one here. And now talk about a half-court strategy with 13.1 seconds left.
Yeah, I just think, your best offense right now has been moving side to side and running Gannon off some of those screens. You know they're going to play it. Maybe there's something that you can reverse to the backside on a cut, a give-and-go type, off of Gannon's action. But I don't give Beloit any time. I'm going to live or die with this.
We go back to what Francis Flax said in pregame and that we've seen develop here tonight, and that is Southeast of Saline attacking the rim. Beloit's defense right now, they're handcuffed just a little bit because they cannot commit a foul. If they foul Southeast of Saline, even though it's a non-shooting foul, Southeast of Saline will go to the free throw line. So that is also something you have to keep in mind if you're a Beloit defender.
Yeah, and I think they're, if they're going to over pursue Gannon, something to back cut and force them to foul you.
13.1 left to play. Owen Bailey now will be the inbounder. He has Gannon Jacobson in front of him. Joel Rexroth is assigned back to him. They will go into the backcourt. Gannon has it. He'll come across the timeline. 10 seconds left. Now to Gebhardt. 7 seconds left. Owen Bailey has it. 6 seconds left. Jacobson has to spin off a defender. Gets in the paint. Gebhardt for three. Short, no good, and we go to overtime. Southeast played it right. And boy, everybody in the building wearing purple wanted Grady Gebhardt to splash that one home. But it comes up short, and we go to overtime. An extra 4 minutes will be put on the clock, and we'll have to have some extra time to settle this one. We'll do that when we come back, all tied up at 52 points each. Overtime's coming up next here on KINA.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC. Suit up for your next Southeast of Saline game day with Trojan gear from CopyCo. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more available off the rack or customized. At CopyCo, they offer all the printing and custom apparel you need at the prices and fast turnaround you've come to expect over the last 30 years as your local hometown print shop. Whether you're a die-hard Trojan fan, a coach planning the next big event, or a business looking to sponsor the team, they've got everything you need to show your Southeast of Saline spirit. CopyCo, more than just a copy center, a proud sponsor of Southeast of Saline.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
.104 points split right down the middle. Each team has 52. 4 minutes on the clock, and we are back into overtime for this one. Southeast won the tip, and they're going to say, are they saying Gannon got it on the way up? Couldn't see what that was there at center court. Now Johnson is going to win the tip and give it to Beloit. So Southeast won the tip, but I think maybe they're saying Gannon maybe not let it reach its peak there and got it on the way up, which is a skill to me.
Yes, if you can get it.
It absolutely is a skill. Beloit starts out with the basketball. How much time will the Beloit Trojans spend here working their offense around? Right now, Eli Johnson's on the outside. Burke wants a three, and there's another one. Charlie Burke with another three-pointer. He has 12. 55-52. Southeast of Saline trailing by 3 with the basketball.
Even with their size, Devin, that's just one kid you just can't just sag down. You have to stay out there and respect his shot.
He's almost the perfect complement for those big guys, right?
Yep.
Bailey with it, fires it down low to Perry. Now back out to Gebhardt. Owen Bailey pops out and he gets it back. 1 minute gone by. Gebhardt will try this three from the left-hand side. And he splashes that one home.
Go figure.
Grady Gebhardt keeping Southeast in this. Gets another three-pointer. That's his second one of the game. 55-55. Beloit, high post to Litton. Back out to Burke. He'll try another one. That one too strong, no good. Johnson, though, gets the rebound. Denied at the rim by Owen Bailey, and the ball out of bounds. What a play inside by Bailey. And now the official coming in from half court. They're talking about it. Whatever that conversation was, there's no change.
Yep.
I always like when officials do that.
Yeah.
Owen Bailey. Gannon Jacobson will bring it across from backcourt. All tied up, 55 now. Each team has a three-pointer here in the overtime. Jacobson with it on the right wing. Wants to spin off a defender. He's going to be taking a reaching foul, and free throws coming up for Gannon Jacobson. These two free throws coming with 2:21 left to play.
Devin, when we started this game, there was a couple of the, Southeast players like Grady, Knopf, and Perry and Teal that they weren't respecting at all and weren't even coming out and guarding. And now they're coming clean to the three-point line, so it's opening everything up.
Well, Sam Knopf has a three-pointer here in the fourth quarter in overtime. Adam Teal hit one. Gebhardt hit one.
Yeah. Jacobson's
making money at the free throw line right now. 2 free throws there. Southeast goes up 57-55. 2:14 left to go here in the overtime period in Beloit. Here's Johnson on a backdoor cut. Goes up and he scores over the top of Caden Perry. Eli Johnson. You might think he's having a huge game scoring-wise. How many times we've called his name? That's 17 points for Eli Johnson.
And the thing is he's got 6 inches on us.
Mm-hmm.
And so you would think, he can go for 30 against us pretty easily.
Jacobson and Knopf that time. Jacobson had a poke from behind. That's what they just called the foul on the opposite side. And that time the officials didn't see it. They looked at each other momentarily. Francis Flax is asking about it. And Beloit's going to have the basketball. 7th turnover for Southeast of Saline here in this game. See how much of a difference that makes. Beloit has it. Tie game. 57 each. Jackson Cheney with it. Takes a couple dribbles to his left. Centers it back in the floor. Goes to Burke. Now gets it back. High post to Litton. Back out to Burke. Cheney now down along the baseline to Johnson. Johnson being passed off down low. Sam Knopf in there guarding him. Beloit being as patient as they can be right now. And they're in the same position that Southeast was earlier, just a lot more time on the clock. Game is tied. They can take this clock all the way down.
Yep.
Because opponents want a shot clock. This is why you need it, right?
Yep. We're sitting in a 3-2 zone right now, so you're not going to extend. If you extend, you'll get burned.
Yeah, they have no interest in shooting. Joel Rexroth could have taken that 3. Now Ryan Eilert will call a timeout with 51 seconds left. It is a full timeout. We will take it as well. Beloit will have the basketball when we come back. It is tied with 51 seconds remaining here in Beloit.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Visit Suburban Appliance Center in Salina to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash, thanks to the 2-in-1 removable agitator. With a flexible capacity, you can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items like jeans. Shop now at Suburban Appliance Center and get twice the washer you have at home. Suburban Appliance Center in Salina, located at 1900 South 9th Street, or check them out at suburbanappliancecenter.com.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
51 seconds left to go here in overtime. 57-57 our score. Beloit with the basketball. We'll see if the homestanding Trojans here elect to take this clock down to a win or overtime situation like Southeast of Saline did at the end of regulation.
And this is probably the smallest lineup for Beloit all night.
Yep. Southeast, if you have an advantage right now, it's that you have 2 fouls to give. Mm-hmm. So if somebody does get by you and maybe a play starts to get away from you, you can foul and have it be a non-shooting foul without the free throws. Beloit, clock down to 18. Caden Perry in there battling his tail off, trying to keep the ball away from Eli Johnson, and another Beloit timeout. There will be no timeouts left when we get this game over with, right?
Yeah.
It's just kind of where we're at right now. Gannon Jacobson has led the way for Southeast of Saline with 21 points. Eli Johnson has led the way for Beloit with 17 points. Sam Knopf has been really good tonight. He has 16 for Southeast of Saline, 15.
And, for me, it's probably the best game I've seen Sam play in quite some time. And I'm not just saying that because offensively, he's kind of exploded for 15. He has really done everything. He is defensively, he is locked in defensively, he is rebound. He's done it all tonight.
So let me pitch this idea at you. 13.4 seconds left. If you're Beloit, you're probably going to keep this back out in the backcourt until it gets down to like 7 maybe. What if at 7 seconds you're Southeast of Saline, you start to decide to use those fouls you have left to give?
Yeah.
You disrupt everything that they just talked about. You go foul with 7, now they got to re-inbound. Mm-hmm. To my knowledge, they don't have any timeouts left, so there's no regrouping for Beloit.
You make a great point, and if it's me, my defense is going to force them to throw it in the backcourt, and the further they get it in the backcourt, I'm fouling them there, and now we're going to move the ball back.
Burke on the inbound.
See, right here. See, I go foul
Goes
right
in
now.
the backcourt. 10 seconds left. Jacobson cannot foul. He has 4. Here's a lob pass stolen away. Caden Perry takes it. Owen Bailey up the court. 4 seconds left. Bailey pulls up for a guarded 3 off the back of the rim. No good. And we are going to double overtime. Southeast of Saline had a chance. Their back's up against the wall. The lob pass goes into Eli Johnson. And there to take it away, inside was Caden Perry. And we will go now to overtime number 2. 57-57, back with more basketball from Beloit in the Equity Bank broadcast booth. This is Trojan Basketball.
Whether on the field, court, or operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team, just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 50 years of combined service. If you need help staying active, or maybe you just want to discuss the newest techniques and services that Salina Ortho provides, or you want to see one of their trusted physicians, visit salinaortho.com. Come see Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Winnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Winnell.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
57-57, double overtime. It's all brought to you by Isaacson Truck Line. Talked to Ryan. He said, this is going to be a pretty good game a week ago. He said, I'm on board. And here we are, double overtime, 57-57. Sure appreciate everyone who jumps on for Southeast of Saline Sports. These games tonight brought to you by Isaacson Truck Line, who wishes you all to drive safely, especially going home tonight. Inside, Brody Litton, a single bounce, and again, they're going at whoever Gannon Jacobson is guarding down in the low post, because Gannon has those 4 fouls that he's kind of out there living with, and Beloit able to attack him there and take a 2-point lead. 59-57, Southeast of Saline now with it. Southeast had a chance at the end of regulation and the end of overtime to win this game on a 3-pointer. Here's Gannon Jacobson for 3, and he splashes it home. Gannon Jacobson, that's his second 3-pointer of the night. He has 24 points and has just put Southeast up by 1.
That's just such a big shot.
Back inside, Johnson, up and under move, off the window. Good. He had Gebhardt pinned down low that time.
Yeah, and there's just nothing that Gebhardt could do there. I mean, he's a foot outmatched.
Oh, here's a steal by Charlie Burke, and he's going to slam on the brakes. He knows his team has a 1-point lead, and he's going to play it out to Litton for a reset. 2:45. That's just the 8th turnover on Southeast of Saline, and that one could be a big one. Here's Johnson inside. Knopf comes over to help, and Johnson muscles it up and in. 6-3 the run. for Beloit here in this second overtime. They lead it by 3. That was a big takeaway there for Beloit. Here's a high screen. Jacobson maybe wanted to shoot the 3, couldn't get free. Now Owen Bailey steps inside the keyhole. He's going to shoot the 2. That's no good. Eli Johnson with the rebound for Beloit. Now Beloit is in control. 2:12 left to go, leading by 3 with the basketball. Gebhardt gambling for a steal, couldn't get there. And now Beloit's going to spread Southeast out here. Burke with it on the left wing. 2 minutes left to go. Now Rexroth with it. Back inside, Litton. Litton started into a drop step, plays it back out, though, to Jackson Cheney. Lob pass back inside. Beloit threw it away. Caden Perry takes it.
And just good defense, for Southeast there.
Jacobson started to make a move to the basket. There was some contact over on the far side, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will stay here with Southeast of Saline. So Owen Bailey will be the inbounder. A little substitution here for Beloit. We'll send Hudson Remus in for Jackson Cheney. Owen Bailey sets it inbounds. Gets it into Sam Knopf. Now to Jacobson. Trying to hand it off to Bailey. He does. Owen Bailey, center of the floor. Over to Caden Perry. Now Grady Gebhardt. Southeast trying to make good decisions here. Down by 3. 1:25 to go. Jacobson turns the corner. Gets inside the defense. Layup up and good. Gannon Jacobson giving his team a chance here. Now down by 1 with 75 seconds left to go. Double overtime.
And that's just smart, basketball IQ from Gannon there. You don't need 3 in that situation.
Boy, Eli Johnson just got away with a push-off. He pushed Caden Perry all the way up the lane. Perry almost fell down, but Johnson's going to score. Half a dozen now for Johnson. Here's Jacobson for a 3, top of the key. And that one's going to be rebounded on the miss by Beloit. 3-point Beloit lead. 48 seconds left to go. They bring it across the timeline. And now a timeout called by Beloit. It is a full timeout. We will take it as well. 44.8 seconds left. Beloit leading by 3 when we come back here on KINA.
I'm Ryan Arms, your mortgage loan originator at Equity Bank here in Salina, Kansas. I'm a lifelong Salina resident here to tell you our bank can offer you mortgage and refinance options with terms designed for you. Why leave our community when you can choose the bank that never forgets it's your money? With 2 locations in town on Ohio Street and Santa Fe Avenue, there's no better time to apply online, in person, or over the phone. Learn more at equitybank.com, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
44.8 seconds remaining here in the second overtime. 65-62. Beloit leads it by 3. They also have the basketball as they are set to inbounds here at midcourt. They'll play it into Charlie Burke. Burke lost the basketball. Gebhardt diving after it. Flips it to Sam Knopf. Southeast takes it away. Owen Bailey open. Now to Jacobson. Corner 3. Around the rim and it won't go. Owen Bailey somehow gets the rebound on that. Boy, Owen was up there head by the rim and was able to save that. Now Southeast is going to throw it into the backcourt. Sam Knopf got a little defender bump that time and threw it into the backcourt, and now Beloit will have the basketball back. So the 2 teams exchange turnovers there, and we're right back where we were. Now only 20 seconds missing from the clock. 24 seconds left.
Man, we got everything we wanted to.
Yep. And a timeout called by Beloit. Boy, how many timeouts is Beloit going to call tonight?
Yeah.
I know you get extra. I realize that. It just seems like like I said, no timeout is safe in this game, as all of them are being used. And we'll keep it right here in the Equity Bank broadcast booth. Devin Haney, Kevin Lilly. Boy, you can't ask for any better basketball than what we've had here on this Tuesday night in Beloit. Shauna Smith and the Southeast of Saline Lady Trojans get their 13th victory of the season. They hold Beloit off here and win 60-56. Abba Pearson tonight, sensational once again. 20 points for her. 17 points out of Kaya Samuelson tonight. Southeast only commits 7 turnovers in the game. and they move to 8-1 now in league play with a big game on the shelf Friday in Minneapolis. The Lady Lions lost tonight. They took a 5-point loss on their home floor to the Ellsworth Lady Bearcats. So right now, if you look at the updated NCAA standings on the girls' side, it is southeast of Saline and Ellsworth 1 and 2, just like it was coming into tonight. And there were 5 teams coming into tonight that still had a shot at that league title. Sacred Heart was one of them. They won tonight as well. So, boy, down the stretch here, it's going to be interesting to see between now and next Friday everything going on. And some teams have multiple games, too. There's some makeup games left out there as well. Here, 24 seconds left to go. It's a 3-point Beloit lead. They are trying to inbound now on the side once again. They get it into Eli Johnson. He's going to be fouled quickly by Caden Perry. Southeast of Saline has a couple of fouls to give. That's just the 3rd team foul on Southeast of Saline.
And you want to be aggressive there because if you do get a steal, and you can go the other way, but if they're not going to call something, but we got to get closer to those, that 4th foul there.
Beloit just tried to bounce it off the back of Grady Gebhardt. Loose ball on the floor. Gebhardt thought he had it and then it sprung free. Southeast of Saline almost had it. And now Beloit will have it, another foul call.
Man.
4th team foul.
Oh, man. We had that twice.
Yep.
His 14-4.
15 seconds left to go. Caden Perry just picked up his 4th foul. Beloit lost the basketball, but they're going to call a foul here, I believe, on Grady Gebhardt. It is on Grady. That will be his first foul. And to the free throw line will be Hudson Remus. So 2 free throws coming up for Hudson Remus. 11.2 seconds left, and he missed the first. Second one on the way. Missed them both. Southeast still has a shot here. 10 seconds left to go. Jacobson with the ball. Southeast needs 3, and they're going to call a timeout at half court. Southeast of Saline will come over to the sideline, and they'll draw one up here with 6.8 seconds on the clock. And now this is interesting as well because go to Beloit's side. Do you let Southeast of Saline, but do you allow them to have a chance at a 3? When you can foul them, put them on the free throw line and shoot 2 free throws, you obviously have an offense or a rebounding advantage because the big guy's inside. Or do you maybe allow it to go to another overtime here? And if you're Southeast, who do you put the ball in the hands of here? Obviously, Owen Bailey is your best 3-point shooter on the season, but Gannon Jacobson's hit a couple here tonight, including 1 in this overtime period. Grady Gebhardt has hit 2 in this game. Sam Knopf hit 3 in this game. What do you do?
Yeah, for me, I think it's still you got to use the action off of Owen, right? Mm-hmm. They're drawing up to shut Owen down, so just use the action off of him. There's not enough time to drive and get 2 and extend the game anymore. But for me, I don't like the foul because I just feel like if you foul them, sometimes if you call that out and they're shooting, just too many crazy things could happen. Yep. I like to play it out, especially 3 in this situation, because if you can't lose. You cannot lose by letting Southeast just run whatever offensive set they're going to run.
Gebhardt will be the inbounder. See what Southeast can come up with here. They get it in the hands of Jacobson. Gannon spins at the 3-point line. It's a 2-pointer, though. Foot on the line, and it's going to come off. Rebound on the floor, and Beloit's going to hold Southeast of Saline off here. Beloit held Southeast off. And if you're Southeast of Saline, you just hung with a better team, but there's got to be some reflection in this game. You had a chance to win it at the end of regulation, at the end of the first overtime, and at the end of the second overtime. Not winning it there in the second overtime, but definitely a chance there in the regulation and the first overtime. But what a game these 2 games were here tonight in Beloit. We will take a very quick post-game here, if one at all. I might just keep it right here, Chris, and close this one out. Since timing and things, I don't want to keep Coach here any longer. Beloit will move now to 12-4 on the season. In league play, they still keep pace with Sacred Heart. Remember, Sacred Heart still has to come here to Beloit to play. And Beloit is 8-1 now in league play. Southeast of Saline goes to 8-9. and they are also 5-4 in league play. 65-62, the final score. Gannon Jacobson tonight was really good for Southeast of Saline, but it wasn't enough towards the end. Gannon had 5 in the second overtime, had 2 in the first overtime, 7 total points there for overtime, and he had one of his best scoring games of the season. Sam Knopf was really good in this game as well, but it's Beloit that gets the victory, 65-62. We will turn around. We will do it again on Friday as Southeast of Saline heads to Minneapolis. Again, not a long post game here because we will let everybody kind of get out, hit the roads. We were started an hour early, but we were held here longer than what we thought here with these 2 overtimes. So almost had 3, but just couldn't get it there. Beloit with the victory tonight, 65-62. Full game wraps coming up for you on SalinaPost.com. It's a split in Beloit. Southeast of Saline's girls win it. The Beloit Trojans win it in double overtime. You heard it right here on KINA. Big thanks to Brian Dennett. These games you can watch anytime on demand on SalinaPost.com. Presented tonight by Isaacson Truckline, Chris Cadle producing and engineering. Tyler Smith, Kevin Lilly, thank you fellas for all your help. My name is Devin Haney, saying the next broadcast of Southeast of Saline Basketball comes your way on Friday from Minneapolis. Have a safe week. We will talk to you on Friday.